lot of hot dates. You know where we're going. You know what I'm talking about.
Hot dates.
Hot dates.
Hot dates.
Let's talk about why I'm in the opening match. Because Ronin decided to stick his nose in my business. Now Ronin, as far as I'm concerned, you're nothing more than the opening act. You get the crowd warmed up for main eventers like me. So I wanted to put myself in his shoes so I could see what it's like to jerk the curtain. Now, Ronin, you think you might be able to just come out here, get into my business, and run over me on your way to your Battle of Los Angeles, whatever marathon you're running. Not running very fast, are you? But the thing you seem to forget that just because the last couple of months, Dino Winwood's put me in these little ha-ha comedy gag matches. Love it! I was the longest PWG champion in the history of this promotion. 13 months, nobody can take that belt from me. You're better than It took, now, the only way they got that belt off me, it took tables, it took thumbtacks, it took a Canadian destroyer through a press table to take that belt from me. So I got news for you, Ronin. You're not running over anybody. And to set my example, tonight I'm wrestling somebody who we have gotten by on your little run to the Battle of Los Angeles. Tonight I'm wrestling Theodore James Perkins. Now TJ, you might be the greatest technician in the PWG locker room. In the entire roster, that might be you. You might be that guy.
How's you, Joey?
But I got news for you.
Fuck you, Joey!
Wrestling doesn't always win matches. So you can come out here tonight, and you can give me the wrestling lesson of my life.
Shut the fuck up!
But I guarantee that I will give you the sports entertainment lesson of yours. And when the dust settles and the smoke clears, one thing will be clear, and that Joey Ryan has brought Sleepy back to PWG.
And folks, here we are back again. Disco Machine, my broadcast colleague, and myself, Excalibur, reunited in the broadcast booth. Hopefully not one last time. I almost said one last time.
Wow.
Yeah, but if I hadn't mentioned anything about my thought process, fans would have never known my verbal faux pas.
Absolutely. I hope that's not a self-fulfilling prophecy, but we'll be here for many years to come.
Hopefully.
Yes, yes. Well, you have a new position in PWG. So,
I do.
So we have a new revenue stream.
That's right. Well, it's an old revenue stream, but it's a properly managed revenue stream now.
Well, we finally see the benefits of it.
That's right.
We just go into nothing. We just go into penny candy and video games.
Exactly. And we did actually install the nickel arcade here in the PWG studios in beautiful Santa Monica, California, home of the homeless. But I recently moved to San Diego, and I have to say it is vying with Santa Monica for the title of home of the homeless.
Wow,
Yeah.
I remember you saying that, and that is quite an unfortunate situation.
It is, and you know what, the city can really
Well, it's a beautiful place to live, I'm sure.
It is, and a beautiful thing is this match that we have at hand is TJ Perkins, as you can see right there, taking on former PWG World Champion Joey Ryan. Now this match came about after last show, Hung of the Year, where Joey Ryan was calling out just about anybody on the card. He was just running down basically everybody on the roster. And Ronin came out and answered the call, and Joey Ryan went on to say that Ronin was nothing but an opening match wrestler. He had no business being higher up on the card, as he's been, which has been happening in recent months. And so Joey Ryan taking great umbrage with Ronin's rise to success, and now hoping to make an example out of Ronin, not an example out of Ronin, more an example out of TJ Perkins, to show off how easy it is for somebody to be an opening match wrestler and achieve great success. TJ Perkins is now Joey Ryan's opponent.
That's right, and both these men have a storied past. I mean, they've trained together, they've wrestled dozens of times. I would say at least 50 to 75 times. I'm being conservative on that one. But Theodore James Perkins, and Joey Ryan's haunting the man. Pulling out his real name is TJ Perkins. He likes it short.
That's right. And TJ Perkins, I was actually referring to him as ST Perkins, Spring Training Perkins. He does have the eye black on, and he's wearing a light show too.
Right.
So TJ really doing up the baseball theme. We could be seeing another demon.
Excalibur, you a baseball fan?
No, I'm not, but I did hear spring training start.
Spring training did start, my friend. If you'd like to talk at length about it, I would be willing to talk about it.
My broadcast partner in Chikara, Sweet and Sour, Larry Sweeney, did talk at length about spring training. And,
so you've already talked about it.
I did, actually on commentary too. And I don't think he called any part of the match, but did talk about who he was sweet on in spring training.
That's right. People are very high on the Milwaukee Brewers for some reason.
The Brew Crew.
That's right. And let's get back to this match.
TJ Perkins with a 3-1. The Mexican stretch, as you can see, stretching out the arms of Joey Ryan as he has the legs locked in place. And now rolling forward into a big predicament. 1, 2, 2 count only is Joey Ryan able to kick out. And TJ Perkins showing Joey Ryan just what he's gotten himself into here in the opening match of the evening.
That's right. And Joey Ryan, he's trying to figure out. I mean, after losing the world title, he's been in some bizarre matches to say the least. And his career is really not on track as far. I mean.
He's won his bizarre matches.
Yeah, but still he's been just taking his title reign. He went some bizarre roads. Now he's going some bizarre roads. During his non-title reign.
It would be like if your team won the Super Bowl and the very next game that they played was the Animal Planet sponsored by Guerilla Puppy Bowl. And it's not. While he's winning matches, they're not really the type of matches you would expect a former world champion to have. But now Joey Ryan getting back on track as he's doing battle with TJ Perkins, who has now TJ Perkins actually caught the boot of Joey Ryan and now just taunting him.
Whoa! Rick
Knox getting involved in the action. TJ Perkins with the backslide. 1, 2 count only as Joey Ryan kicks out, and TJ Perkins drop kicks them out, and now back up to his feet is Joey Ryan. TJ Perkins shoots him in reverse by Joey Ryan. TJ Perkins hangs on. Joey Ryan too smart. But TJ Perkins too fast. Goes up and over the top with the rolling senton, and Joey Ryan again in a very bad predicament here in the opening match.
I believe that Joey Ryan will be in the lingerie bowl. That's another bizarre course that he's taken. He's just taking on all comers.
Big ace crusher by TJ Perkins. Joey Ryan stunned. European uppercut rocks the former champion, and TJ Perkins is in control of this match, Disco Machine.
And now do a backslide right there. 1, 2 count only. Nicely done by TJ Perkins. Now TJ, he has a lot to prove too. Remember, he had his a great run in PWG. He had a big winless streak going, and now. But I still feel that he hasn't really. He's never really been in title contention. He's never really been seen by the championship committee as a championship material. And why is that? As food and beverage commissioner, can you explain that to me?
Well, I will explain it by saying that was before my time. Joey Ryan dodging out of the way a bit too quick for TJ Perkins, which is not something you see every day. Now Joey Ryan shoving Rick Knox into... Joey Ryan with the low blow on TJ Perkins. Had Rick Knox seen that, I think that would have been grounds for disqualification.
Well, disqualification is... and Joey Ryan are not too far apart. Joey's always going against the rules, and now he wants the count out. He wants to be counted down. Wow. Joey Ryan trying to find all ways of victory here.
But in regards to TJ Perkins and his position in the title hunt, let me just say this, Rishi, that was before my time. I've only been food and beverage commissioner for less than 15 days at this point.
You have no memory before you?
No. I'm just saying that was before I was in charge of the goings on in the food and beverage section of PWG. So I can't speak to why Commissioner Dino Winwood or even before that Commissioner SoCal Val or Paul T did not give TJ Perkins a title shot, but needless to say, with a victory here over former champion Joey Ryan, TJ Perkins will put himself in a very good position. But Joey Ryan cutting him off at the pass with a thumb to the eyes. TJ Perkins trying to swinging blindly, but coming up with nothing as Joey Ryan just continues to hammer on the young TJ Perkins. TJ Perkins, the youngest old timer in the sport of professional wrestling.
He's old timey, that's for sure. And Joey Ryan now getting TJ Perkins. What's he gonna do with him right here? It got him against the ropes, and just rocks him with that right hand, and just talking trash to him as well. TJ Perkins off the ropes. Joey Ryan, drop kick right to the face. Joey Ryan, his immense weight still has a beautiful drop kick. Still.
That's true. It's true. He does have beautiful drop kick, and he does have beautiful form at the dinner table.
That's right.
Not a wasted movement as he brings the spoon to his mouth.
That's right. Table curls. You do it all the time. 1, 2, 2 count only. We some of us we don't treat like eating as a sport, and that was part of his training regimen is just eating at the table. Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan, not a competitive eater, but a serious eater nonetheless. You can see he was keeping the pressure on TJ Perkins after those 3 consecutive pinfall attempts. But TJ Perkins able to kick out. TJ Perkins not out of things just yet, but Joey Ryan picking him back up, going and bringing him his arm through. Now with the wrist lock applied, and Joey Ryan just jawing with the fans at ringside. But you know what? The fans not taking the bait. They're staying silent for Joey Ryan. And Joey Ryan stomping on the foot of TJ Perkins in order to get that wrist lock through. And now he's got TJ Perkins bending the fingers back, almost like in a single arm Greco-Roman knuckle lock. And TJ Perkins needs to do something if he wants to get out of Joey Ryan's arm lock here. And TJ Perkins, you can see just the thoughts going through his head, how he's going to escape. But Joey Ryan keeping the pressure on Perkins, and now just dropping him back down after hoisting him up off of his feet. And Joey Ryan still jawing with the fans. I think he needs to put the focus back on Mr. Perkins, or it will cost him disqualification.
I would have to say so. And TJ Perkins, man. Oh, there's he right there at the Hurricane Run. Got into a pin. 1, 2 count only. And that's how quick TJ Perkins almost turned that around. Leg layer right there by TJ Perkins, buying some time, and now he can let that arm rest. Joey Ryan, that stalling that he's been doing and he's become accustomed to. Can backfire in 3 seconds. He can lose the match right away and losing focus. Now TJ Perkins trying to get the crowd into the, and now he's going to come big chop, right hand, and now chop right hand again, going to work on Joey Ryan.
European uppercut knocks the former champion back to the corner. Joey Ryan throwing pillar to post by Perkins. Perkins with the lariat across the chest. Joey Ryan reverses TJ Perkins up over the top, rolls through, up on the outside. And now springs up. His arm gave out, I believe.
Just clutching that knee now. That could be the mistake that could turn around this match for Joey Ryan.
TJ Perkins crashing hard into the ring after a tremendous display of agility. You can see though Perkins limping and clutching that knee. I thought his arm went out initially, but Perkins' knee seems to be giving him trouble. Rick Knox says TJ Perkins is able to continue, and Joey Ryan though. Joey Ryan seems to be a little slow to recover after that series of European uppercuts. Now picks him up, a knee breaker. TJ Perkins going down. You could see just the look of immense pain on his face as he clutches that knee. And Rick Knox checking in again on Perkins, but not ready to give up just yet. And Joey Ryan now working on the instep of the knee. And the former champion, he smells blood in the water.
That's right, absolutely. Now, for as long as... Oh, no! Backslide!
Up and over the top of the sunset flip. 2 count only. TJ Perkins rolls through, boot to the midsection, and then he gets him up and drops him down with a big vertical suplex. He was able to post off the knee, but what damage did he do as he got the former world champion up and over the top? Now TJ Perkins climbs up high, springs off, body block covers. 1, 2, 2 count only, and Joey Ryan able to kick out.
I call that a backslide. It was actually a sunset flip. A rare mistake by myself. And TJ Perkins now taking Joey Ryan, whips off the rope, European reversal, goes up and goes under, and now pump handles. Oh, nicely done by Joey Ryan. I haven't seen that move from him in a long time. Now once TJ Perkins to get to his feet, encourage him. No, that kick to the face, off the rope, super kick right there.
Perkins and down. Joey Ryan leveled by the enziguri by TJ Perkins, but what price will the youngster pay? I mean, that knee already damaged, and he sprung back up and hit Joey Ryan with that kick. And you can see TJ Perkins trying to shake out the cobwebs after the super kick, and now limping after Joey Ryan. Now he's got him in the corner, firing those shots to the midsection. The big high roundhouse kick takes Joey Ryan, or staggers Joey Ryan, but Joey Ryan reverses. TJ Perkins up over the top again, rolls him up with the schoolboy 1, 2, 2 count. Joey Ryan clutches the rope, throwing 3 count. On to the second match of the evening as Rocky Azucar Romero, the Swedish Sugar, taking on Alex Shelley, one half of the Motor City Machine Gun, one half of the 01 Max light heavyweight champions, and his partner Chris Sabin, actually TNA X Division champion. So there's a lot of titles to be bandied about when it comes to Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, and these two men. They represent their respective tag teams, and I believe they are looking for a place in PWG's World Tag Team Tournament coming up in May. And this is a great precursor to that, and as these two men meet in singles competition for what may be the very first time.
And definitely in PWG, and I'm not sure if they've wrestled elsewhere, but wow, what a great match! It was supposed to be a tag team match. Unfortunately, Chris Bosch
sustaining a rather serious injury to his undercarriage.
That's right.
As he was trying to distribute photocopies of his ass, basically. And he broke through the glass on the top layer of the Xerox machine, and his undercarriage was severely lacerated. And so Chris Bosch is on the mend. Hopefully he'll be healed in time for PWG's All-Star Weekend, but if not, he'll definitely be prepared for the tag team tournament. And so I mean, we're talking about 3 tag teams which are actually in great position for being represented in the tag tournament. We have the Havana Pitbull, of course, Rocky Romero's partner Ricky Reyes, and Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, and Arrogance, Scott Lost and Chris Bosch. Scott Lost, who actually will be facing Motor City Machine Gun Chris Sabin later on this evening.
And Chris Bosch's misstep or misseed, if you will. PWG benefits. So thank you, Chris.
Thank you for injuring yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And Rocky Romero gave me the ropes right there. This is and the third man in the ring, the return of Super Mario.
Yes,
we're all excited.
And now, but these two men back up at square one. They're unable to find each man unable to find an advantage. So they're still in the feeling out process. I do believe this is their first ever meeting in singles competition. So I mean, it goes a long way to it's a great look into the process of a wrestler and how he feels out his opponent, how he probes for weaknesses and probes for what's going to stick and what's not. And so I mean, this is a very interesting encounter in that respect. And we see Alex Shelley going from the leg to the arm and now to the arm and shoulder and neck. And so Alex Shelley just really trying to work over the entire body of Rocky Romero. And oh wow, beautiful submission hold, almost like a a seated Argentina backbreaker. All right, not a seated, but a kneeling one. But Rocky Romero goes up and over, and now drops him down with a almost like a body lock. And now got him in the bow and arrow. But Alex Shelley flips up and over through, goes for the pinfall, but only gets a 1 count. And here we are back at square one, Disco Machine. Wow. Both men feeling each other out, and I think both men very, if not impressed, very aware of each other's ability in terms of technical wrestling and submission wrestling.
Absolutely. Now Alex Shelley off the ropes. Oh, going for the shoulder block, but no man goes down. A kick to the leg by Rocky Romero. Big chop by Alex Shelley as he comes back off the ropes. Oh, a shoulder tackle finally gets him down, but Rocky Romero right back up, head to head. These men are on the same page with each other.
Up and over goes Romero. Romero off the ropes. Quesadora takes him down with the arm drag. Alex Shelley may not have been expecting that, but Rocky Romero, no slouch when it comes to Lucha Libre, but Alex Shelley, no slouch when it comes to incorporating Lucha Libre in his attacks. Pinfall, not even a 1 count from each man. Alex Shelley up to his feet, and here we are, back again at square one, Disco Machine. These two men are breaking out all the tricks. Alex Shelley impressed with Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero impressed with Alex Shelley, and myself as a broadcaster, as a wrestler, Disco Machine, impressed with both men.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, this match could go like 40 minutes, 40
before anybody gets an advantage.
Yeah, exactly, and now going back to the knuckle lock, it's and a spin kick right there. And this is where Rocky Romero may have a bit of an advantage. Those kicks, those educated kicks right to the chest right there. Now whipping Alex Shelley off. Alex Shelley reverses. Rocky Romero up and over, sunset flip, but Alex Shelley rolls through. Oh, and gets a kick of his own right to the face of Rocky Romero, and Alex Shelley, not really known for his kicks, is known for that one right there.
Not really known for his kicks. They did lack the grace and subtlety of a Rocky Romero kick. It's almost like comparing a fine wine to a pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon, but still, nonetheless, it's very effective and it got the job done. It's Alex Shelley, the kicker.
Wow.
We're back. Was a Billy D. Williams 45 reference for you fans too young to remember that. Now the kitchen sink. Alex Shelley taking Rocky Romero off his feet, rolling senton on the sweet one as he caught Rocky Romero, but 2 count only, says Aaron Hassan, and Alex Shelley has gained the advantage in the match, and I believe all thanks to that kick to the side of the head. It wasn't pretty, but I mean it certainly did rattle the head of Rocky Romero. And now it seems to have taken him out of the game just enough. I spoke too soon, though. Yeah. As Rocky Romero fires back with a chop. Alex Shelley, though, with one of his own. You can see Romero staggered in the corner. Alex Shelley throwing him face first into the top turnbuckle. Alex Shelley brings the arm. For Romero, pillar to post. Romero lands hard in the corner. Alex Shelley could be going for the double knees in the corner. No! Goes with the leg lariat up over the top. Skins the cat back into the ring. And he's impressed with himself.
Yeah, I have to say so. Shades of Ricky Steamboat right there, and he was very impressed with himself. I believe he's been practicing that.
Now Alex Shelley putting Rocky Romero up on the top rope. Hard right hand knocks Romero almost off the top rope. You can see Shelley checking on the condition of his fingers. Maybe a little CTS, maybe a little broken finger syndrome. And now he's got him up on the top. Look at this. Oh, jawbreaker. Rocky Romero just clutching his chin. And now Alex Shelley on the outside, back in. Goes for the arm breaker over the top. But Rocky Romero saw it coming and blocked. Now goes for the DDT and plants Alex Shelley off the second rope. Comes Rocky Romero with a DDT seemingly out of nowhere. Alex Shelley a little bit stunned by Rocky Romero, and that was the door that Rocky Romero needed open, and he just walked through and now has the advantage of the match. Oh, the soccer kick right between the shoulder blades of Alex Shelley.
You know, the MLS season is coming up.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Do they have a spring training?
They might. And go back to the kicks right there. Oh!
The rolling Solba taking Rocky Romero off of his feet. Now Shelley goes off the rope. Romero catches him into the flying cross arm breaker, but Alex Shelley clutching on, or locking on, his fingers preventing Rocky Romero from cinching in the cross arm breaker, and Shelley inching his way over to the ropes, trying to get to the rope. Now he does get his foot on the bottom rope. Referee Aaron Hassan telling Romero that Shelley did have the bottom rope, forcing him to break up the hold.
And Rocky Romero turning that all around right there. Now this match has been back and forth. I don't even know who to say has the advantage here. Rocky Romero temporarily with the advantage, getting Alex Shelley back into the corner, but now taking him to the middle and gets him to the side headlock right there. But Alex Shelley right there gets him a back suplex. Just as soon as anybody has any advantage, the other man turns it around, and Alex Shelley still clutching that arm, trying to get the crowd into the match. Now has Rocky Romero up. And what is he going to do with him here?
You know, Disco Machine, actually, you talked about Alex Shelley clutching that arm of his, but now Alex Shelley going for the leapfrog, Rocky Romero sliding under and bringing him down by the knees, as Alex Shelley just almost like a dropped hold from about 3 feet in the air. But as I was saying about Alex Shelley's arm, you know, last month in another precursor to the World Tag Team title tournament, Rocky Romero met with Claudio Castagnoli, double C, and Rocky Romero actually very effectively used the cross arm breaker and forced Claudio Castagnoli to alter his game plan to change his strategy when it came to those European uppercuts. And so, you know, Rocky Romero again in another precursor to the World Tag Team title tournament, this time taking on Alex Shelley, and you know, we saw him. He's only done the cross arm breaker once in this match, but you could already see Alex Shelley very worried about the condition of his arm and very worried about where Rocky Romero could what type of situation Rocky Romero could put him in later on in this match when it comes to the condition of his arm. And you can see Alex Shelley, though, his arm not ready to break out just yet as he gets out of the submission hold, now firing in with those elbows to the side of Romero's head. Romero, though, rolls him through 2 count only. And Alex Shelley, Rocky Romero, after eating about 3 or 4 elbows to the side of the head, is a little perturbed, some might say.
I would have to say, if I got an elbow to the face, I'd be a little perturbed too. But Rocky Romero going right back to those kicks, and now Alex Shelley kind of reeling, and Rocky Romero just taking his time, going for the suplex right there, blocked by Alex Shelley, and again blocked, and he goes right back to the kicks. Rocky Romero, a solid game plan here,
taking him off his feet. You know, Disco Machine when Alex Shelley reverses, hits a brainbuster seemingly out of nowhere, and Rocky Romero laid out by Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley, I believe, just doing everything in his power to prevent Rocky Romero from hitting a brainbuster, and he hits one of his own.
Amazing.
But as I was saying, Disco Machine, you know, in the construction world, when they do demolition on a high-rise building, they place all the charges at the bottom, let the building topple down upon itself, and that's exactly what Rocky Romero is doing. As he's going to work on those legs of Alex Shelley and bring Shelley down from the base, but Alex Shelley not out of things just yet. After he hit that brainbuster, follows up with 3 consecutive chops, goes for the spinebuster, sets Romero down, and now could be going for the lion salt. And he hits it, as you saw, not as graceful as it usually is, but still he had to step up due to the work done on his leg by Rocky Romero, but hit it very effectively, the lion salt inside the ring, and now Shelley up to the top rope, goes for the rider kick and knocks Rocky Romero out of the ring into the front row of fans, and Alex Shelley up and over the top, almost cartwheeled up and over the top rope. It looks like he got snagged a little bit on the top rope, probably due to the injury to his leg, but nonetheless made it over the top, made it onto Rocky Romero, and made Rocky Romero crash into the cement floor here at ringside.
Did not have all his legs right there for that maneuver, but still hit it nonetheless. Probably not effectively as he wanted, but going to the top again is Alex Shelley. Oh, big punch, but excuse me, Rocky Romero, yes.
Body block, but Rocky Romero saw it coming, hit the drop kick to the chest, and now Rocky Romero going for that brainbuster of his own, but Alex Shelley floats out of it. Rocky Romero counters, he's got him in the hanging neck tree, and now Rocky Romero just cranking on Alex Shelley, but Alex Shelley brings him up, beautiful display of power, and hits him with the gutbuster. Rocky Romero trying to get back up to his feet as he's gasping for breath, and now Alex Shelley's got Rocky Romero, he's got him all tied up, brings him through, got him hooked in the, almost like the air raid crash, but it's a standing submission from Alex Shelley as Rocky Romero is not ready to give up. and Alex Shelley almost taking a breather as he's got Rocky Romero in a very destructive submission hold. But now Rocky Romero rolls up Alex Shelley, rolls him through and rolls him into the the grounded cross arm breaker, and Alex Shelley trying to latch on to prevent Rocky Romero from doing any damage, and Rocky Romero stomping on the side of Alex Shelley's face to break up his grip, but Alex Shelley gets his foot on the bottom rope, Disco.
Wow, and Rocky almost had it right there, and the fans are just loving this one.
Eating it up.
That's right. And now, Rocky Romero, I thought he was in an advantage, but Alex Shelley now, and now back to the cross-arm breaker.
Taking down mixed martial arts is not Alex Shelley's game, but counter wrestling is Alex Shelley's game, as he's got him in almost like the crippler crossface. He's got him locked in, but Rocky Romero,
right in the middle of the ring.
Rocky Romero trying to get his way to the ropes. Alex Shelley just cranking back on the face and neck of Rocky Romero and the shoulder. Rocky Romero is blinded. He can't see where the ropes are. Just goes by pure instinct and gets to the ropes. But Alex Shelley, you can see what a great strategy that was. He had the hands locked across the eyes of Rocky Romero, so not as much leverage as getting it underneath the chin, but still nonetheless blinding Rocky Romero and preventing him from getting a visual on where the ropes were, and just forcing Romero to go by instinct, to go by feel, to get his hands on the ropes, or get his legs in that case on the ropes, and break up the submission hold by Alex Shelley.
And now Alex Shelley almost wrestling almost one-handed and one-legged right here, up and over, still has the ability to roll through on that one.
Belly suplex, he tossed him high and hard, and now Alex Shelley rolling him through, but Rocky Romero prevents it, and now he's got him in the ankle lock. The ankle lock applied in the center of the ring. Alex Shelley rolls through, covers 1, 2. 2 count only as Rocky Romero was able to kick out. The pinfalls and submissions are coming fast and furious, and Rocky Romero leveling Alex Shelley with that hard roundhouse kick to the side of the head. 2 counts, and Shelley kicks out, and now the cross arm breaker. Shelley looking for the lock to prevent it, but Rocky Romero stretching, stretching the arm of Alex Shelley, and Alex Shelley, if the lock is broken, and Rocky Romero just going to work on the elbow and shoulder, but Shelley gets his foot across the bottom rope. Aaron Hassan forces Romero to break the cross arm breaker. Now what an exciting match we have on our hands, Disco.
Unbelievable. Rocky Romero going for a splash, it seems. Alex Shelley out of the way. Now Alex Shelley
going for the
up.
sliced bread. Goes through. Rocky Romero tosses him off. Flying cross arm breaker again. And Shelley the roll through 1, 2 only as Romero was able to kick out. Beautiful counter maneuver by Shelley. A thrust kick to the side of the head. Shelley rolls through, catches him, sweeps out the leg, almost like a reverse STO, and now Shelley gets him back in, and now Romero is locked in, and Shelley cranking back on the head and neck of Romero. Again, cranking back further and further. You can see him she taps out. Romero taps out. Alex Shelley comes away with a hard-fought and a hard-won victory here in this match, a precursor to PWG's World Tag Team Title Tournament.
Hold on. In 2 months, PWG's going to have a tag title tournament. And me and my partner, Ricky Reyes, for the first round against you and your partner, Chris Davey. Take a second to think about that. That's a big match. I don't need a second, but I can also tell you, no matter how much you people don't like it, I don't make the matches around here, neither do you. But I can also tell you that Chris Sabin and myself, the Murder City Machine Guns, have signed the necessary documents to participate in the PWG Tag Team Tournament. Allow me to begin with this, Rocky. You and Ricky, you come across us in the tag team tournament. You, my friends, are going to be put in front of the... Shit. I was going to close out with something cute, like you guys are going to be in front of the fire together, but you managed to mangle my arm so bad, I had to do the necessary pose with it. So it's all for naught now. Christian and myself are your next PWG Tag Team Champions.
Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Tag Team Tournament. What better place than to prove ourselves that we are the best tag team in the world than right here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
You know, we're not from the murder city of Detroit for nothing. We're not called the Murder City Machine Guns because we let our opponents walk out of the ring as fine as when they came in. Rocky Romero, you mangled my left arm and my left leg. But it's a good thing I'm ambidextrous, otherwise you would have ruined my weekend. The Havana Pitbulls are just one of the great teams that are going to be in this tournament, but there can be only one winner. And you're looking at them. There's going to be a panic in Detroit when we come home with the gold.
Third match of the evening, #1 contenders match between Ronin, who's gone undefeated since after the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles, taking on former PWG World Champion Mr. Wrestling Kevin Steen. Of course, Ronin's battle to the 2007 Battle of Los Angeles, a very impressive win streak Ronin's built up.
Absolutely, very impressive to say the least. I mean, it's really an understatement because this man is on a roll. We'll get a gang sign. Maybe he joined a gang.
I'm not sure. Maybe I believe he's doing some sort of diamond sign. Maybe he's part of the Diamond Bar Mafia.
That's. I tell.
They actually they're feeding with the Yorba Linda. But yeah, Ronin actually picking up victories over Matt Seidel, Shingo, Super Dragon. Scott lost, and most recently TJ Perkins last month. And TJ Perkins we saw defeated earlier this evening by Joey Ryan, who had called out Ronin, saying he's nothing but an opening match wrestler, and that Joey Ryan could it's not impressive to beat anybody in an opening match, and so that's what he did. Of course, Joey Ryan did have an assist from the ropes, and last month actually, when not last month, but 2 weeks ago at Elmer Year, when Joey Ryan and Ronin came to blows in the ring. What a man would seem to be an imposter, Scorpio Sky, came out and attacked Ronin, and so I mean it could be that Joey Ryan, along with Scott Long and Chris Bosch in the Dynasty, plan on replacing Scorpio Sky with somebody else. I'm not sure if that's their strategy or what's happening, but needless to say, Ronin actually finding the one uneven patch in the ring and standing on it. But then let's not ignore Mr. Wrestling Kevin Steen. Kevin Steen, after returning from a tour with Dragon Gate late last year, has been on a roll himself, actually challenging Human Tornado for the PWG World World Championship. Human Tornado for defeating him to retain the title, but nonetheless, Steen has been very impressive since his return from Japan, and has now impressed the title committee, which is actually myself and Dino Winwood, but impressed Dino Winwood enough to be granted a world title shot if he should win this match. But needless to say, both men very impressive string of matches over the last few months, and now either man will. One of these two men will go on to face El Generico or Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels for the PWG world title down the line.
That's right, and both these big men,
behemoths,
going shoulder to shoulder right here, and now Kevin Steen and Ronin inviting a fan into the ring. I don't think they want to get in there with these Big Mac trucks in there.
Ronin is actually inviting the fans.
Oh well,
He does love Asian girls. He has a shirt that says
that's right. And whenever you have a shirt that says something that means that you're behind it.
Oh, of course. I saw you actually washing your shirt with a car that said washing the car with a shirt. No, you're washing your shirt with a car. You put soap on the tires of your car, and you're just driving over the shirt back and forth.
Put in park, put in dry, put in park.
It said Tempe Little League 1970, 1979.
79, my goodness.
And so stomp to the chest of Ronin and Kevin Steen, taking the big man down. I said the big man, but both these men are big.
That's right. Exactly. And Rick Knox, also the international third man in the ring, and just as big as both of the men, but below the equator.
That's right.
Oh!
Back elbow from Kevin Steen takes the big Ronin down. And you talk about a big disco machine. A victory here would embiggen the career of either man in this match, and that is some perfectly cromulent reasoning.
Wow. You followed up a terrible order with a very impressive order. Very nicely done. And Ronin. Oh, okay, sorry about that.
To the ropes goes Kevin Steen, and Ronin takes Steen down with a back elbow of his own. These two men we talked about earlier in the evening was Romero and Alex Shelley. Both men feeling each other out when it came to mat wrestling, to technical wrestling. But these two men feeling each other out with brute force, seeing which man could strike harder, and that man will be the one that comes away with the victory. So very good contrast to the previous match we just watched.
That's right. Now whipped in is Kevin Steen, hard to the buckle, taking him off his feet. And Ronin showing a little bit
off his muscles.
That's right, the double bicep right there, and Ronin just now measuring up Kevin Steen, taking his time, big shot to the chest of Kevin Steen, now going to whip him into the ropes, and Kevin Steen reverses the big man Ronin into the corner, up and over goes Kevin Steen.
But a clothesline off from the apron, and Steen brings off back elbow, takes Ronin down. Impressive agility, and that's why he's called Mr. Wrestling.
That's right.
Took a minute to pose for the fans, only got the 2 count with the lateral press, but Kevin Steen now back in control of this match, and this is going to be a slugfest, Disco Machine.
Absolutely. Big back elbow, nicely done by Kevin Steen. Lateral press right here, 2 count only. And Kevin Steen, and we talk about how big these men are. Kevin Steen, agile as a cat, and they're floating over into that back elbow earlier. And Kevin Steen now just trying to get the fans in the. And now this is typical Kevin Steen style, where he actually loses focus for a minute, but it seems to be that's the way he operates. Neck breaker right there on Ronin.
And that's the Kevin Steen style, and that might be Ronin's advantage. He is not, he's not want to play, to play with the crowd or to play to the crowd, to pose and jaw with the crowd, and so that may keep his focus back on this match, and that may be why he's built up such an impressive win streak over the last few months. And so, I think if Ronin is able to maintain his focus, we could see the Battle of 2007 Battle of Los Angeles tour continue here with a victory and a pit stop in #1 contendershipville.
That's right. And now Kevin Steen, big senton, running senton right there. 1, 2 count only. Kevin Steen, just so fast off the ropes that he's really deceiving. Like you look at him and you think, here's a man who's going to keep a ground base, but man, he is really fast and agile for his size. And Ronin paying the price right here. And Kevin Steen, still John with the fans. My headphones are broken. What are they saying?
I believe they're chanting for Ronin, and Steen does not like it. But Disco Machine, there's a difference between underestimating your opponent and being taken by surprise by your opponent. And I think Ronin came into this match completely prepared. He was just, he's just taken surprised by Kevin Steen. He knew what Steen was capable of. But Steen just happened. I believe it all started with that clothesline in the corner from the apron, and that really turned the tide for Kevin Steen in this match.
That's right. And now Ronin is now stalking his prey right here, bringing Kevin Steen back to the ring.
Front chancery suplex by Ronin, driving Steen down to the mat, take him over, and with a standard suplex, like a suplex over the top, or a brainbuster style suplex. Ronin with a big senton of his own, not quite as fast as Kevin Steen, but nonetheless effective. But with that type of suplex, you have the man's arm hooked over your arm, and you're able to get a better grip on his body. With that front chancery suplex, Ronin is taking Kevin Steen over the top by his own neck. So not only is it impacting the small Steen's back when he lands on the canvas, it's also affecting his neck, especially for somebody like Kevin Steen who does have a little bit more body weight than say somebody like Romero and Alex Shelley. So that front chancery suplex really has the potential to do a lot more damage to somebody like Kevin Steen than it would to a lighter opponent.
That's right. And now Ronin rolling to the outside where Kevin Steen was after the fans chop right to the chest and then putting a fan's hat on him. And just for insult right there, does Ronin to Kevin Steen. Kevin Steen now being thrown back into the ring, and Ronin playing it very smart. Could have got suckered out there and got cheap shotted by Kevin Steen, but played it really smart.
It's what we were talking about earlier, this machine Ronin, keeping his focus on the match, keeping his focus on the task at hand, and a lot more on the line for Ronin than for Kevin Steen, I might say. Because Kevin Steen, look at it, he was a former world champion. He's already reached, a pretty impressive level here within PWG, and Ronin is working his way up to that level. And so, while Kevin Steen's already been there once, Ronin is trying to just get there for the first time. And Kevin Steen duck under the clothesline, hits him with the back leg drop, and the flipping leg drop on the back of Ronin's head. Kevin Steen's entire weight is coming down on the head, neck, and shoulders of Ronin.
Oh my goodness, and just, I think Kevin Steen paid a price on that one. Both men down in the middle of the ring, the count being applied, and Kevin Steen, boy, he's in a world of hurt right here. This could be a turning point in this match.
Kevin Steen, we were talking about it just a second ago. Who wants it more in this situation? The man that had it once or the man that's never had it?
That's right.
Is it better to love and lost and never loved at all? Or is the opposite true? We are seeing proof of that here as these two behemoths just slug it out in the center of the ring. And now Ronin with a couple of steps of momentum, and now Steen firing into a Ronin European uppercut. Steen off the ropes, Ronin up and sends Steen down, Steen back up, and another elbow from Ronin. 1, 2 count only as Kevin Steen is able to kick out.
High impact right there. Ronin taking Kevin Steen up and then just rocking him with those elbows. And this is where I believe that Ronin has really matured. He has kept his cool in heated situations and coming out on top. And now gonna put the Death Valley Driver.
The Death Valley Driver, but Kevin Steen counters out of it. Ronin with those elbows to the back of Steen's head goes for the lariat. Steen blocks it, and now looking for I thought package pile driver, but instead picks up in the Liger bomb. 1, 2 count only is Ronin able to kick out.
Very close right there.
Kevin Steen breaking out the Liger bomb. I'm not sure when the last time or if ever I've seen Steen break it out, but he's pulling out all the stops in order to get back into title contention, in order to defeat Ronin and derail the Ronin's battle to the 2007 Battle Los Angeles tour.
How about the first time we've ever seen Ronin in a Liger bomb?
Yeah, exactly.
To be attempted on that.
Who has been powerful enough to take the big man down, and now Kevin Steen quieting the crowd. Hard chop to the chest. And Ronin staggering in the corner. You're talking about high impact disco machine. There's wrestling on the East Coast, high impact Derek Frazier, who's never actually appeared in PWG, but all his moves have appeared in PWG when B-Boy wrestles. But now Ronin up to the middle rope.
A little uneasy up there on the second rope.
Goes for the swinging DDT, and Kevin Steen driven down to the mat. Hooks the leg, 1, 2 count only, Rick Knox says, as Ronin with that beautiful swinging DDT shades of agility of a smaller man from Ronin. So Ronin no slouch when it comes to the agility. And now Ronin's got Steen in the corner, picking him up. Looks to be for a Death Valley Driver, but Steen countering out of it. Steen now on the top rope and slapping Ronin in the face. Ronin returning the favor, a boot to the midsection from Steen, and now hard elbow shot, preventing Ronin from ascending to the top rope as Steen puts him down. Now Steen goes up. Beautiful senton bomb. Tope Atomico off the top from Kevin Steen. Covers him. Lateral press. 1, 2 count only is Ronin able to kick out.
Wow, that was very close, and Ronin's big streak almost came to a crashing halt, courtesy of Kevin Steen and the fans getting behind both these competitors, and now
they're split about 50-50.
That's right.
And now Rick Knox asking both men if they can return to their feet, and they do very slowly. And I don't blame them after a match as hard-hitting as this. And now Steen, a series of shots to the side of the head. Hits the big clothesline. Ronin staggers, but not taken down. A second clothesline from Steen. Now Steen coming off the ropes. Ronin goes for a clothesline of his own. And now Steen swinging for the fences.
Oh!
Ronin just levels and he covers. Two count only. Kevin Steen kicks out after that huge clothesline by Ronin.
Unbelievable. And just as quickly as it was over, Ronin coming back with that big lariat and almost extended that streak over the former PWG World Champion.
And now Ronin picking Steen back up. He's got him in his clutches once again. Picks him up a third time for the Death Valley driver. But Steen fights out of it.
Package pile driver.
He's got him hooked. Package pile driver. Ronin kicks his legs. Now Ronin's got Steen up again for the Death Valley driver. But Joey Ryan is out of the ring.
Oh!
Joey Ryan just clobbered Kevin Steen with the chair. And Ronin has been disqualified because his opponent has been attacked. By outside interference. So that means Ronin's streak seems to have ended, and Kevin Steen comes away with a victory, and Joey Ryan just trying to get underneath the skin of Ronin even further. And Kevin Steen, I guess, is now the #1 contender for the championship.
It's enough! To quote one of the great ones, enough is enough, and it's time for a change! You know what, Excalibur, I don't give a shit who makes the matches. I'm not moving till one of you comes out here. All right. Now, I'm the #1 contender for the PWG title again. That doesn't shit after a victory like that. You know what? That belt means more to me than anything. Right now, I could be in Japan, but now I stand here for PWG, and all that happens ever since I came back is I get thrown. Hope you fucking run out with your head off. I want you, but I've had enough of this bullshit. If I'm gonna be #1 contender, I'm gonna earn it. Now I know that the title matches for All-Star Weekend have already been decided. The challengers for that weekend have already been decided. But you know what? I know I might won from wrestling Jack Evans. And as much as I like Jack and his little pants scene and his little pen pad, I'm still gonna have to kill him. But that leaves me with night 2. In December of 2005, I lost the PWG Championship to Joey Ryan. I've had at least 5 or 6 chances to win the belt since, and every fucking time, he screwed me in by either cheating or having these 2 little faggots running.
Enough is enough! Sleep! Enough is enough!
But this is it. Dino, Excalibur, All-Star Weekend, night 2.
If it will make you put down that chair.
Give him the chair! Give him the
And
chair,
more
Steen!
importantly, make you shut the hell up. You're misdirecting your anger. You're not angry at him. You're not angry at Steve. And you're not angry at people. If it will make you calm down, put down that chair, take some Xanax, go back to Canada, and shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. I will give you any kind of match you want with Joey Ryan.
So I got the match. Well, I'm not putting the chair down. I'm gonna go wrap it around his fucking head right now.
You know, it's been a long time since Kevin Steen has been on one of these DVDs to talk, to speak his mind. And usually, when I do, it's all fun and games. But not anymore. Because you saw what happened tonight. Me and Ronin, we're going at it. #1 contenders match. And then Joey Ryan. God only knows how many times this has been. He comes in and ruins my fucking match and steals it from me. You have no idea. How much I hate Joey Ryan. I've been obsessed with him since December 2005 when he took that belt from me. I'd say, Joey Ryan, I hate Joey Ryan more than anybody after Super Dragon. Now, All-Star Weekend, one of the biggest weekends in all of PWG every year. I'm wrestling Jack Evans, who I actually like. On night 1, well, Joey, I got a little advice for you. I want you to sit down on night 1, and I want you to look. I want you to see what I'm going to do to my friend Jack Evans. And what I do to a person I actually like is just a sample of what I'll do to you on night 2. But what you don't understand is, yeah, I like Jack, but I'm still gonna rip every one of his goddamn limb off. I'm gonna break his neck, rip out his spine, and then feed it to him. And remember, I like Jack, but Joey, I hate you.
My esteemed partner in commissioning and I have some very important announcements to make. First of all, fans, you may or may not have heard, but PWG All-Star Weekend is next month, right here in MAIM, April 7th. And Dino Linwood, in his infinite wisdom, scheduled the second night on Easter Sunday. But to combat that, myself, Excalibur, in my role as Commissioner of Food and Beverage, have come up with some of the biggest matches in PWG history in order to make it a can't-miss event. On night 1 of PWG's All-Star Weekend 5, Davey Richards will be taking on the debuting Low Key. And on night 2, Easter Sunday of PWG's All-Star Weekend 5, Low Key in his debut weekend will be taking on none other than Samoa Joe. PWG is an organization built upon the future of professional wrestling. And Dino Linwood brought me in as Commissioner of Food and Beverage to look towards the future. And so down the road, in May, we have PWG's World Tag Team Title Tournament. Dino Linwood himself has 4 teams to enter the tournament. I myself have 4 teams to enter the tournament. My first team, none other than the Briscoe brothers. And please,
bring your man-up shoes when they show up. And will score his first seed to enter into the tournament. The Kings of Wrestling, Flying Wrestling Goalies, and Chris Hero. They're not here. And so, my second team to enter in the tournament are none other than former PWG World Tag Team Champions, Davey Richards and Ronin Strong. You're busting my bracket. Come on. Davey, please.
You suck, bitch it! Thanks for number one, Excalibur.
Noted. Sorry. Well, Commissioner of Food and Beverage. It's a respectable title. I, on the other hand, I have my team picked, but I talked to them about it, and they agreed. But you see, I'm bringing in something a little special for y'all. Because you see, my team pick is none other than from Dragon Gate, the team of Masato Yoshino and Naoki Doi. Who loves him?
Cleaned up Top Gun Talwar taking on cleaned up, of course. I mean, he's off the nose candy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's giving it up. I'm not sure if it's just for Lent or he's giving it up for good. But either way, Top Gun Talwar saying that he's sworn off the nose. Oh, I believe he's actually gonna speak a little bit, maybe to. Oh no, he's actually speaking to the seeming imposter. Scorpio Sky.
That's not Scorpio Sky?
He's a little bit shorter. If it is Scorpio Sky, he's Top Gun Talwar actually telling Scorpio Sky to please eat something because he seems emaciated since the last time Talwar has seen him.
I would have to say so.
And Top Gun Talwar saying cocaine will make you do some crazy stuff. It'll make you have tuxedo matches.
Well, he's definitely learned. I believe that Top Gun Talwar went to rehab. We see the shaved head, a la Britney Spears right there. So maybe you know the Malibu.
The Promises Rehab.
That's right. And maybe that's done some good. Obviously,
Promises Rehab said $40,000 a month.
that's right. And a bargain.
Yes.
A steal.
A steal. And did you know that rehab is only 96% ineffective?
Only?
Only. Rehab literally only works for 4% of people.
Well, you know, and that's why people go, because those are. I mean,
You can't beat those odds. You find odds like that in a casino? Please. Casinos around you blind. They don't have odds like that. I mean, nobody has odds like that.
Absolutely. And, one thing that you want in a business that you're paying for is to have the debt stacked against you.
Oh, it's so heavily stacked.
Yeah.
96% ineffective. Please.
Wow.
But yes, okay. Let's speak a little bit to the history of this match. As you saw earlier, or just in the match before this, Kevin Steen was struck by a chair by Joey Ryan, who was bringing Ronin's win streak to the end. I'm not sure if it's been fairly brought to the end, but nonetheless, it is in terms of statistically, it has been brought to the end because he has been defeated by disqualification by Kevin Steen. Kevin Steen now the #1 contender, but he said after the match, before he goes on to cash in his #1 contender shot, that he is going to face Joey Ryan on the second night of PWG's All-Star Weekend 5 in an old barred match, or a no disqualification match. It's a match of his choosing, basically. So I mean, it could be anything. We could be seeing another guerrilla warfare match, though I hope not. Top Gun Talwar. Wow. Top Gun Talwar. Going after the head, the top of the head of referee Aaron Hassan, and though I think he should be more concerned with the head of of Scorpio Sky. I mean, for simplicity's sake, I think we will just refer to him as Scorpio Sky, even though we both seem to know that. Oh, taking the page out of Colt Cabana's book, breaking up the ankle lock and going back into the side headlock is Top Gun Talwar. But for simplicity's sake, we will refer to him as just Scorpio Sky. I think it's a given that he is. There are suspicious circumstances.
Absolutely.
But Top Gun Talwar goes for the crucifix, rolls through into the sunset flip, now takes him down with a side headlock. Top Gun Talwar, since getting out of that 2-week intensive detox program, has really regained his focus in terms of professional wrestling.
Now, if we're saying that for simplicity's sake that this is Scorpio Sky, both these men came up together in Revolution Pro.
They did,
and both know each other very, very well,
intimately.
Yes, absolutely. On the road together and breaking bread. Oh, big shoulder tackle by Top Gun Talwar, taking Scorpio Sky down. Scorpio Sky goes down as Top Gun goes under, and now, big drop kick from Scorpio Sky. Well, that is Scorpio Sky right there.
That is his mannerism. That is exactly what Scorpio Sky has been known to do after hitting a beautiful drop kick like that. But as we were saying, we're speaking to the history of this match, and then last month after Scorpio Sky.
Well, that's not the Scorpio Sky that I remember.
Faking the dive and then coming off the bottom, or coming off the ring apron. Johnny Bobby used to do the 16-month shot. This Scorpio Sky seems to be about, I'd say an eighth of the size of Scorpio's, or of Giant Baba, so perhaps that was the 2-month shot.
Well, you're being generous with the two. And,
hooks the leg with Top Gun Talwar, kicks out and grabs the rope for good measure. But, so last month, Ronin attacking Joey Ryan. This imposter Scorpio Sky comes in to attack Ronin after the tuxedo match, and PWG Commissioner of Wrestling Dina Woodward could not give Top Gun Talwar a rematch with Joey Ryan after that tuxedo match. I mean, it was such a spectacle. Dina Woodward couldn't give Top Gun Talwar that match because I, as Commissioner of Food and Beverage, would not allow it. And so Scorpio Sky, the imposter Scorpio Sky, Top Gun Talwar was faced to go face off. Scheduled face off with the imposter Scorpio Sky. But nonetheless, we have a match at hand here, and now Scorpio Sky his ears were almost grabbed by Top Gun Talwar, but the mask did prevent it. And now Talwar breaking out of that chin lock, rocking Scorpio Sky with a couple elbows. And now, knee to the midsection, takes Talwar off his feet. The elbow drop to the chest stuns Talwar, and you can see Talwar blubbering a little bit in the ring. The wind may have been knocked out of him, Disco Machine.
Absolutely. Now, you were talking earlier that there may be a different type of match. Can we see a tuxedo match?
You're saying Joey Ryan and Kevin Steen?
Yes.
A tuxedo match? Hopefully we've seen the
rematch.
Well, not quite a rematch,
match.
A revisit of the tuxedo match. We could be seeing it. I hope not. I mean, it is up to Kevin Steen. He can have just about any type of match that he wants. Any type of match that would not cost anything. We're not talking about a steel cage match. We're not talking about a Hell in a Cell. We're not talking about. We're not talking about a match where we have different colored ropes.
No.
Anything that would cost more than what we're spending on All-Star Weekend is not in Kevin Steen's selection, but still, nonetheless, he has a wide variety of matches he can choose from.
Even streamers are out of the budget at this point.
That's right. If he wants a strap match, he has to bring his own strap.
That's right. That's right. And now,
Scorpio Sky bring Top Gun Talwar up. Goes to drop him down, but Talwar lands on his feet, goes for the clothesline, but Talwar just levels Scorpio Sky with a huge clothesline, taking the smaller man out of the match and out of the air.
Wow, nicely done by Top Gun Talwar. I believe that he's shaking that ring rust that he had coming back all the way from India, and he is back on top of his game right here, taking down Scorpio Sky. Chooses not to go for the cover. Bringing Scorpio Sky back to his feet, clubbing blows to the back of the head, takes him to the corner. Now whips it reversed by Scorpio Sky. Top Gun Talwar up and over, and Scorpio Sky now got him in that maneuver we've seen before. Oh!
Drops him down, busts the face of Top Gun Talwar, hooks the leg with the cover. 2 count only is Top Gun Talwar able to kick out, and Scorpio Sky, Disco Machine, if this is not the Scorpio Sky who dropped about 40 or 50 pounds, then I would say that this is a very, very reasonable facsimile.
I would have to say so, and now just jawing with the fans, and
Top Gun Talwar with a spine buster in the corner, and now the Ike Turner overdrive as he's going to work on Scorpio Sky, and now charging in. There we see the third and the trifecta. Flying Mare drops him down, and now this could be the shoulder tackle. It is the flying shoulder tackle, just levels Scorpio Sky.
And Top Gun Talwar rolling out of the ring, a little slap to the ass. And now could he be going to the top? Top Gun Talwar.
The top, yes, he's ever so slowly ascending to the top rope. Taunting Aaron Hassan, but I'm not sure that's where his focus should be. And now Top Gun Talwar.
What the hell?
Oh my God!
Unbelievable. Top Gun Talwar. 1, 2. 2 count only. Unbelievable.
Now, I know one thing about Scorpio Sky. It's that he loves Shawn Michaels, and that neck breaker, the impact on that neck breaker reminiscent of Shawn Michaels' performance against Hulk Hogan.
Absolutely. And now
Scorpio Sky though goes up and over the top. He is, I believe, he is immune to neck breakers. Scorpio Sky,
right.
He must be. And now
there's neck breakers of his own right there.
Beautiful neck breaker, hooks the leg. 2 count only as Top Gun Talwar was able to kick out.
Wow.
The fans not at all receptive of Scorpio Sky. I'm not sure if it's the ill will that they had towards Scorpio Sky before he lost his Loser Leaves Town match, or they're just not accepting of this man who may be the fake Scorpio Sky.
If this is the fake Scorpio Sky, I mean this is not the OG. I'm still a little unclear on this. I thought we were watching Scorpio Sky in the ring.
We are watching Scorpio Sky, but and actually Scorpio Sky reverses the hammer throw by Top Gun Talwar, reverses the backbreaker, and now the Ace Crusher rolls through into the Dragon Sleeper Camel Clutch combination, but Scorpio Sky having a little bit of trouble applying the Dragon Sleeper Camel Clutch combination, which the OG Scorpio Sky, we'll say the unmasked Scorpio Sky, does not usually have in applying that move. But Top Gun Talwar reversing him out with the snapmare, and now
Danger zone!
he's got him up, but Scorpio Sky goes over the top, and now hooking him through. Hooks the leg in the pinfall.
Holding the ropes.
And that is it. Scorpio Sky comes away with a victory, holding onto the rope. Shades of Joey Ryan, as we saw earlier in the evening. Scorpio Sky stealing one from the grip of Top Gun Talwar. And now another match, which is a precursor also to the PWG World Tag Team Title Tournament. Chris Sabin, TNA X Division Champion, taking on Scott Lost, escorted to the ring by the lovely and vivacious Jay Chung.
That's right, and please keep the camera on her at all times.
Scott Lost, of course, representing Arrogance. Arrogance, the team of Chris Bosh and Scott Lost, former PWG World Tag Team Champions. And Chris Bosh, of course, sidelined by an injury to his undercarriage. And Chris Sabin, who is partnered with Alex Shelley, and of course, the Motor City Machine Guns. Chris Sabin, current TNA X Division Champion. Also, current 0-1. Oh, Chris Sabin wiping wiping his undercarriage and his frontal carriage with the ring jacket of Scott Lost.
That's I would definitely destroy that jacket if I were Scott Lost. That is just the ultimate insult right there. New gear, just defiled by Chris Sabin.
I don't even want to think about it. But of course, Motor City Machine Gun 0-1 light heavyweight tag team champions, and they are a very impressive team in their own right. Actually, they met Arrogance in I believe in February this year in a tag team encounter, and then earlier in the evening, tag team partner of Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, defeating Rocky Romero, who representing the Havana Pitbulls, along with Ricky Reyes, will also be in the tag team tournament. So I mean, we have quite a lineup for the tag team tournament. Not only those three teams. We also have the Kings of Wrestling, Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli. We have the Briscoe brothers, Mark and Jay. We have Naruki Doi and Masato Yoshino from Dragon Gate making their PWG debuts, and a very impressive tag team. Their quickness and their pinpoint accuracy when it comes to strikes are second to none. And I mean, they have been on a tear as of late. And so I mean, it is just it is an honor for PWG, and it is such a bonus for the fans. They have such a great tag team. And Davey Richards, I was gonna team him up with Roderick Strong. They were my pick for the tournament. Davey Richards, though, he shot me down. He busted my bracket. Wow. And so I've got to find a new partner for Roderick Strong. And so I mean, Roderick Strong without a partner right now, and Davey Richards without a partner. So I mean, the field of 8 when it comes to the tournament is filled out. But I mean, it remains to be seen who will be teaming up with Roderick Strong and who will be teaming up with Davey Richards. But nonetheless, we have a match on our hands.
That's right. It is fast and furious right here. Scott Lost taking Chris Sabin in, but European Reversal going for the cross arm breaker, actually rolling through down to the side headlock. And this match is so fast, and it's been very evenly contested. Now, we had a match earlier in the evening. Rocky Romero
taking on Alex Shelley, and both men they spent quite a while with the feeling out process. They've never met, to my knowledge, at least in professional wrestling. So it did require quite a bit of feeling out. But Chris Sabin and Scott Lost are no strangers when it comes to wrestling. They've met on many an occasion here in PWG, and so I mean they are wise to each other's tricks, and they know what each other is thinking. And Chris Sabin, you can see there cutting Scott Lost off at the pass with that beautiful leg lariat as Jay Chung attending to Scott Lost at ringside.
Absolutely. Now, lateral press right there by Chris Sabin, only getting a 1 count. And both these men have met in tag team encounters, but
never before in a singles match.
That's right.
Actually, Scott Lost meeting Alex Shelley in a singles match. One of Alex Shelley's, first matches in PWG. Now the Garvin Stomp, the Garvin Stomp, or should I say the Sabin Stomp and the Sabin Senton, just going to work on all parts of Scott Lost. And now Chris Sabin reaching deep into his bag of tricks, right. And this could be this could be Sabin's strategy. He knows that he and Scott Lost have met on numerous occasions. He knows that Scott Lost may be wise to anything that Sabin may pull out, and so he's reaching deep into something that Scott Lost may not have seen Chris Sabin do.
That's right, and can we see Sabin's hands of stone later in this match? That would be just tremendous, and now Scott Lost getting to his feet. Oh, a headbutt from Chris Sabin. I am not sure I've ever seen him use the headbutt.
He is rattled by the headbutt too. Maybe
there's the hands of stone. The hands of stone.
Chris Sabin really just he's running roughshod over Scott Lost at this point. Chris Sabin though puts on the brakes after the hammer throw. Scott Lost thrown up and over the top by Sabin. Sabin with the boot to the chest of Scott Lost. Now Sabin running off the ropes, drop kick to the top to the crown of Scott Lost's head, and now Scott Lost sent deep into the crowd. And Jade Chung checking on Scott Lost. She is making sure Scott Lost is able to stay in this match. And now Sabin, Scott Lost thought he was one step ahead of Chris Sabin, but Chris Sabin one step ahead of Scott Lost.
I would say so. 1, 2, 2 count only. Chris Sabin, very, very smart and
intelligent wrestling.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, how can you be that far ahead on somebody? Scott Lost is a seasoned veteran.
He's a professional. It says so in his nickname.
That's right. If you didn't know, he told you in his name.
Now Sabin with Scott Lost in the straitjacket, exactly as you were saying, Disco Machine. He is a professional. He's no slouch. He's not wet behind the ears. He's not a greenhorn, as they would say on the ranch. Now with the straitjacket just bringing Scott Lost back. You can see Sabin with his feet placed over the knees of Scott Lost to prevent Lost from getting his legs out and flipping over and to break up the straitjacket. As Sabin is stretching back, but he had to break the hold because Rick Knox was counting the pinfall because Chris Sabin's shoulders were in fact on the mat. Great officiating by Rick Knox catching that one. I'm not sure I caught that this guy.
The hands of stone! There it is, right back to it. Second one. And a chop right there. And
now would you happen to be referring to professional boxer Michael Carvajal?
No, and from Phoenix, Arizona, by the way, my own stomping ground. The hands of stone. When he went to the Garvin stomp, he went to the hands of stone. Another round of Garvin stomp.
Boot to the face of Chris Sabin. Sabin was charging in with a full head of steam, but Scott Lost took him down after the boot to the face. And now Sabin though puts on the brakes, so Scott Lost tried to catapult into the corner. But Sabin goes for the cross body block, but Scott Lost one step ahead of Chris Sabin, stretching out the knee and gets the rib breaker on Chris Sabin. Rib breaker or maybe a gut buster. I'm not sure how he landed, but either way, it was not pretty for Chris Sabin.
Absolutely, and now Jade Chung up to her devious ways. Now I tell you, just put some boots.
Would you refer to her as a witchy woman?
You know what, I would, but back break, and that would cost you hundreds of dollars in some parts of the underground.
Central Asia.
That's right.
Or Central Los Angeles.
Depending,
if you knew where to look.
The proper papers.
If you had the double R Bible.
And I tell you also now Chris Sabin getting a chop in here. Scott Lost now being whipped into the post.
Scott Lost goes. Scott Lost goes around the post, grabs on, and then swings under the bottom rope and drop kicks Chris Sabin in the chest. I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like that before, Disco Machine. But leave it to Scott Lost with a tremendous display of agility and ingenuity to take the fight right back to Chris Sabin when it looked like the match was in Sabin's hands.
Absolutely, very inventive by Scott Lost right there. That's why he is a professional. And Jade Chung actually buying him some time out there on the floor before all that. And now
the fans are behind Chris Sabin chanting, "Let's go Sabin," but Scott Lost trying to put a stop to that as he's got the almost like the kata hajime, if you will, the Tasmission. But Chris Sabin elbowing the knee of Scott Lost, perhaps trying to Charlie horse him, or at the very least getting him to break the hold, which he did right there. Now Sabin firing in those elbows to the midsection of Scott Lost. Jay Chung sweeping out the leg of Chris Sabin, and then Scott Lost with a drop kick to the crown of the head, returning the favor from earlier on in the match. And now referee Rick Knox checking in with checking with Jade Chung, making sure that she's not interfering in the match. I mean, clearly she did, but Rick Knox's back was turned. You know, as far as Rick Knox, you know, Chris Sabin tripped on a bunched up piece of canvas, on some unevenness in the ring, or just due clumsiness.
Well, yeah, I tell you, not enough credit is, Jay Chung is seen as kind of like
eye candy.
Eye candy, exactly. But she has become a very vital and important part of Arrogance and also the dynasty. And it was proven right there where just a little bit of distraction by her changed really the complexion of this match right here, where Scott Lost now was in full control. And it was all due to Jay Chung's just slight interference.
Now, are you actually advocating interference by the
I am not. Not in the least, but I'll say that just her presence out there is distracting just in her attire. But changing the match the way she has it also helps Scott Lost.
Scott Lost took the leg after that back suplex drop. Sabin got the man, now hooking both legs. Sabin kicking down. Scott Lost making Sabin work for his supper. But now Rick Knox has only a 2 count. Jade Chung filing a formal complaint with Rick Knox from ringside. And now the fans chanting, "Let's go Sabin." They are firmly behind the current TNA X Division champion. Scott Lost, the Superman spear finds his target, and Chris Sabin goes down in a heap at the corner of the ring.
Absolutely, and then Scott Lost would be wise to at least make a cover right here.
No, but
instead takes a bow.
Instead, Scott Lost, impressed with his own ability, impressed by his own spear, puts the boot across the chest. Sabin just shrugs it off at one. And Chris Sabin, you can see, just gasping for breath as Scott Lost has things in the palm of his hand at this point in the match.
And now whipping Sabin off the ropes, goes for a punch, but Sabin ducks through. Now into the cradle shock, but no, waistlock by Scott Lost as he gets out. Fisherman Buster coming up.
Fisherman Buster finds its target, and Scott Lost rattled by it, but Chris Sabin still taken out of the match by the Superman spear. He's trying to collect his breath. And Scott Lost, after just eating a brutal Fisherman Buster, is trying to recollect his thoughts and get himself back in the match.
That's right, and Jay Chung trying to encourage Scott Lost to get to his feet, telling him where the ropes are. He gets to the corner. We can't see it from our camera angle where Chris Sabin is right now.
Chris Sabin is charging in with a full head of steam. Hits Scott Lost with an elbow. Goes to smash him face first in the top turnbuckles. Chris Sabin, though, was the one smashing the top turnbuckle. Chop takes down Scott Lost as Sabin ascending to the top row. Scott Lost back up to his feet and drop kick down by Chris Sabin, taking the length and width of the ring by Chris Sabin. Just knocked back hard by that beautiful top rope drop kick from Chris Sabin.
And now Chris Sabin, big elbow in the corner, running off the ropes. Oh, drop kick. Taking Scott Lost down. Mahi-Straw cradle coming up.
Scott Lost looked like he's trying to break out of it, but Chris Sabin still got him with the cradle. Only a 2 count though. Is Lost able to kick out, and Jay Chung consoling Scott Lost, but concerned for Scott Lost, concerned for his condition, and concerned for what this match could mean for Arrogance and Scott Lost's team placement in the World Tag Team Tournament.
That's right, and now Chris Sabin rings the arm. Now whipping Scott Lost. Scott Lost reverses. Chris Sabin into the corner, but gets a leg up.
Rolls him through, but Scott Lost up to his feet, goes for the soul butt. Chris Sabin with the soul butt of his own, and now Sabin pulling Scott Lost into the corner, going for the swinging DDT, hits it, and Scott Lost planted hard down in the center of the ring. Sabin rolls him over, lateral press, no, hooks the leg, 1, 2, 2 count only, and Scott Lost able to kick out.
Wow, this is getting fast and furious, and I tell you, one slight
Tokyo Drift.
That's right. One slight mistake.
Jay Chung? Tokyo Drift?
No. Is it?
Yeah. And Jade.
Then she lied to me then.
Jade,
what a liar.
Jade actually mined in China. A lot of Chinese people in Jade. But now Chris Sabin's got Scott Lost up on his shoulders for the cradle shock. But instead, Scott Lost drops him down for the sharpshooter. The Scorpion Deathlock. Sabin reverses out of it. Oh, the Spear Northern Lights combination. But now Sabin taken out. But now Sabin blocking the Scorpion Deathlock once again. Boot to the side of Scott Lost's head. Staggers him. And now Sabin in control of things as he fires in some shots to the side of Scott Lost's head. Now running off the rope, Scott Lost. Where'd he go? Sabin a bit confused, and a step behind him was Scott Lost. Scott Lost coming through. with the Ace Crusher, and now Sabin taken down by the Soul Butt from Scott Lost. And Jay Chung saying it's so easy, but it was not so easy for Scott Lost to come away with a victory as Chris Sabin kicking out at 2.
Wow. Just a very inventive move right there. You know, Scott Lost, it was ahead of Chris Sabin right there. As we saw earlier in this match, Chris Sabin was ahead of Scott Lost, so a lot of mental games in there. And now Scott Lost in control, trying to get Chris Sabin to his feet. Referee might want to get in there. He got the fingers in the hair right there. But taking Chris Sabin to the top, what is he going to go for here?
Hard elbow shot from Scott Lost on Chris Sabin. And Disco Machine, what would it mean for the Motor City Machine Guns to have 2 singles match victories going into the World Tag Team Title Tournament? I mean, that would be huge for them. And I mean, and then let's think about All-Star Weekend, where on I believe on night 1, Alex Shelley, who we saw have a victory, come away with a victory over Rocky Romero. Chris Sabin, the sliding dropkick, the baseball slide dropkick, as Scott Lost hanging in the tree of woe in the corner, but Scott Lost still stuck there. Where's Jade Chung to extricate him? But on night 1 of All-Star Weekend, Alex Shelley will be facing off with Kaz Hayashi. Oh! Beautiful, beautiful dropkick, jumping dropkick to the chest of Scott Lost. And now Lost is up in the ring, stagger, and Chris Sabin just knocks him inside out with that hard clothesline. 1, 2 count only, and Scott Lost kicking out of it. Great stick-to-itiveness by Scott Lost.
Wow. And, the Motor City Machine Guns, they are on a roll here in PWG, and if Chris Sabin can pick up the victory right here, and they might get it right here with a cradle shock.
Scott Lost with the knees to the side of Sabin's head, though, breaking out of that cradle shock, the Enzuguri, and now Scott Lost staggered.
Small package.
Pulled up by Chris Sabin. 1, 2. Jay Chung just pushed over Scott Lost, and she reversed the Scott Lost coming away with a victory for Eric, and Scott Lost has pinned the TNA X Division champion.
You know, ever since I walked into the Van Nuys Armory today, to the sorry-ass promotion I've been to the top of the mountain from, not once, but twice, everyone wants to know. They don't care about my match with Low-Key, they say. They don't care about Chris Hero. All they want to know is who Davey Richards is tagging with. Now, Roderick Strong, buddy, we go back a long ways. And we've looked ass from coast to coast. But we've been there, and we've done that. So, I've been to the top with Super Dragon. I've been to the top with Roderick Strong. Now, am I going to be the nice guy that I am and take some sorry-ass loser and rise him to the top of Tag Team Division Wrestling and Wrestling Guerrilla? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'll dust off the shoes and bring back an old friend and we'll whoop some ass. But there's only one way to find out. You show up in May, you buy a drink, you buy a seat, you shut your mouth, or I may whoop your ass, and we'll see what happens.
And now, after watching the Dynasty steal another one, Disco Machine, we are on to this match, a big dream match for some fans, as Shingo, the former Shingo Takagi, now just Shingo, from, I believe, Yokohama, Japan, by way of Houston, Texas. Shingo actually spending some time at the Double Cross Ranch. Wow. Not wrestling, he's actually herding cattle.
Him and Funaki out there herding cattle.
Taking on Davey Richards, who lost his title shot to El Generico actually not last month, 2 weeks ago at Album of the Year. And Davey Richards, he's not really in the doesn't really have a lot of momentum going into this match, but looking to turn things his way as he's looking forward towards All-Star Weekend and looking forward for the World Tag Team Title Tournament. And so Davey Richards, a lot on his mind, a lot resting on this match. So Shingo really has a big opportunity to come away with what would be considered an impressive victory. Of course, next month at All-Star Weekend 5, Davey Richards facing off with Low-Key on night 1 and Chris Hero on night 2. So big single matches for Davey Richards, and then of course his partner for the World Tag Team Title Tournament, unknown at this point. Davey Richards said he'll he'll let you know when he wants to, not when somebody in my position or somebody in Dino Winwood's position announces it. So Davey Richards taking on a bit of a mysterious aura here. I mean, keeping to himself and really trying to keep things to play it close to the breast. But here, Shingo trying to bring it out of him, trying to come away with a big victory here. What would be a big victory here in this match?
And Davey Richards, as we saw before, just when he was getting checked by referee Rick Knox, couldn't be bothered.
No.
He didn't want to even just have anything to do with it. Just wants to get to the match and do what he does best, which is wrestle. And Shingo just taking it right to him.
Shingo telling Davey Richards to bring it on. Shingo, of course, from Dragon Gate, from a part of the Muscle Outlaws in Dragon Gate, and he has spent quite a bit of time over there wrestling in Dragon Gate. Of course, that's where he started, that's where he broke in, and then spending a lot of time in Texas. So Shingo is no stranger to, what is this? Wow. He got him in a sleeper hold, spun him around, and then dropped Davey Richards down. Davey Richards maybe had his windpipe crushed by Shingo, and nonetheless, he's taken down the hard way by Shingo. Now Shingo just stepping on the throat of Davey Richards.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Davey Richards just muscled like that and just muscled over a body. Yeah, absolutely, like a body slam like that. So
Davey Richards, recipient of a fist drop from Shingo.
Wow.
But as I was saying, Shingo is no stranger to being on the receiving end of some really hard kicks. Of course, facing Masaki Mochizuki in either way, Mochizuki, the guy that does all the kicks in Dragon Gate. I don't remember which one. But anyway, unimportant. But so Shingo on the receiving end, quite a few kicks from Mochizuki. Davey Richards, arguably, or not arguably, has not been wrestling quite as long as Mochizuki. Does not have the martial arts training, the karate training as Mochizuki does. Mochizuki, of course, a veteran of war, a veteran of wrestling romance, and a veteran of the karate corps in war. And so Mochizuki does know how to throw some kicks. Davey Richards no slouch in that respect either. But Shingo may be unimpressed at this point by the kicks of Davey Richards, as you can see, just muscling up, manhandling him. He's got him in the vertical suplex. Ooh. He pumped him a few times, trying to drive the blood out of the feet into the brain of Davey Richards, and then dropped him down the hard way, Disco Machine.
Unbelievable. And as I said before, this is maybe the first time that Davey Richards has been matched and just overpowered by an opponent and just taking him to task and Davey Richards is the one that's used to doing the pounding, and he's getting a pounding from Shingo right here. And now a headbutt by Shingo taking Davey Richards down. And
Shingo is coming off the ropes for a follow-up, but Davey Richards taking off his feet by the headbutt. So Shingo just went to a stomp to the head, the old standby Disco Machine.
That's right, absolutely. And now Davey Richards just clinging to that second rope. Oh, just a slug to the back, and Davey Richards showing anguish right here. I don't think I've ever seen Davey Richards in this position.
Oh, kitchen sink just takes Shingo down, and Davey Richards planted his knee firmly in the breadbasket of Shingo. Or should I say, the rice basket.
Oh.
Thought that was pretty clever.
They don't put rice in the basket.
Silly me. But Davey Richards drawing the ire of the crowd as he has now gained the advantage for the first time in this match. And Shingo against the ropes, and figuratively, of course, not literally, as he's body slammed down by Davey Richards. Now knee drop catching Shingo right above the eye, and Davey Richards just the crowd chanting some expletives at Davey Richards, but Davey Richards letting it get under his skin. Not something that we saw when he had his very super successful reign as PWG World Tag Team Champion with Super Dragon. Davey Richards, now I think really feeling the pressure from the crowd. Really, taking a disliking to the crowd. If Davey Richards could wrestle in an empty building, I think he would.
Yes, absolutely. And we saw that before when Roderick Strong and Davey Richards wrestled Cape Fear. That Davey Richards really took exception to a lot of the fans.
Actually, last month too, when he faced El Generico in the PWG World Title match.
That's right, and really taking issue with a lot of the fans' comments, almost like
taking it personally.
Yeah, every comment that a fan would make, he would call him out personally.
Now Shingo may be able to hurt Davey Richards physically.
That's right.
Hard crossface by Davey Richards, and Davey Richards hurting Shingo both physically and emotionally there.
That's right.
Shingo's feelings may have been hurt by that crossface.
Well, I tell you, Davey Richards, not a lot of people know this about him. He's a very sensitive guy, and he takes pride in his work. So when people disparage him while he's doing what he does best, he really takes issue with it.
Now Shingo breaking out of Davey Richards' headlock, but now these two men just trading blows in the center of the ring. Elbows to the side of the head, boot to the midsection by Davey Richards, cuts Shingo off. Shingo thrown pillar to post, now he reverses. Davey Richards goes up and over the top. Shingo's got him, looks almost like the Oklahoma Stampede. Oh, drops him down. Beautiful over the shoulder body slam.
Shingo going to the top. I don't think I've seen a maneuver from him from the top when he faced Ronin, but obviously got caught right there by Davey Richards. Had it well scouted.
Hard shot to the side of the head from Davey Richards on Shingo. Now Shingo up to the top rope. Davey Richards brings him down the hard way indeed. Disco Machine superplex on Shingo. You can see Shingo clutching his lower back. And I mean, that has got to sting. I know it stings, Disco Machine, but that particular one has really got to sting.
2 count only right there.
Davey Richards hooking the leg, unsuccessful pinfall attempt. Disco Machine Shingo is really in a bad situation here.
He had Davey Richards, he had the match full in hand, but Davey Richards swinging the momentum backbreaker right there. And Davey Richards feeling the effect of that one as well. And now,
Shingo up on the middle rope. Davey Richards draping his leg over the shoulders and neck of Shingo, choking him out on the rope. Rick Knox telling him that is... Now Davey Richards spitting on the fan at ringside. We have seen quite a bit of expectorant here tonight between Kevin Steen and Davey Richards. Now those kicks from Davey Richards on Shingo. Shingo telling Davey Richards that those things don't faze me, brother. I've faced your like and worse, and I'm still standing. So Shingo fighting back, hitting Davey Richards with a hard series of elbows, but Davey Richards cuts him off to the knee to the midsection. Shingo reversing Davey Richards. Davey Richards into the corner. Shingo charging in, but gets a face full of boot from Davey Richards. Davey Richards calling for the swinging DDT, but Shingo catches him, brings him up, but Davey Richards reversing with a knee to the crown of the head. Now Davey Richards strips off the elbow pad, charges in the elbow in the corner, off the ropes. Shingo brings him up, he's got him hooked in the Death Valley Driver, brings him down, drops him into the spine buster. Davey Richards now rolled through by Shingo. Shingo shoots him in with the hammer throw. Davey Richards reverses, Shingo reverses, got him up again, gut buster, face buster from Shingo. Now Shingo drops him down with a DDT and a senton for good measure from Shingo.
What an exchange we saw right there. Shingo now lateral press, 1, 2, 2 count only. And Shingo almost had the match won right there. Referee Rick Knox
saying only a 2 count. A very, very impressive series of maneuvers from Shingo. A very impressive series of attacks, actually, as he just took the fight right to Davey Richards with that flurry. Now he's got him up in the Argentina backbreaker. Davey Richards, though, kicks out of it, goes for the clothesline. Davey Richards up and off. Now Shingo catches him in the backbreaker, drops him down like a burning hammer, covers him, hooks the leg, 1, 2. 2 count only. Davey Richards kicks out, 2.99.
Well scouted by Shingo right there. He's very upset he did not get the 3 count. Thought it should have been a 3 count right there, but says that he has one more maneuver that's going to put away Davey Richards. And here we go.
Now bring the former tag team champion up to his feet. Shingo's got him almost like a pump handle, but Davey Richards blocks. Soul butt to the midsection of Shingo. Boot to the side of the head, swings him through, goes for that German suplex. Shingo elbowing out of it, comes across with the clothesline. Davey blocks. Enziguri taking Shingo, or staggers him, and now Davey picks him up and drops him down the fucking arrow. The deal is done. This is it. Nobody kicks out. 1, 2 count. Only Shingo somehow miraculously kicked out after the deal was done. And now Davey Richards, I incorrectly called this move the 1459. This is in fact the Panama Canal.
Wow.
Disco Machine may be asking, why is it the Panama Canal? Because it's got more blocks than the Panama Canal.
Wow.
Yeah, the humor a bit too narrow for our broad audience.
Exactly.
But nonetheless, he's got the Panama Canal on Shingo, but Shingo somehow makes it across to the bottom rope, forcing Davey Richards to break the hold. Shingo working out the kicks in his knee. Rick Knox having a hard time officiating this match, but nonetheless doing a great job as Davey Richards back in control. He's got him with the double underhook, could be going for the DR driver. That Michinoku driver won, but Shingo reversing out of it. Davey Richards catching him with a DDT of his own, returning the favor from earlier on in the match. And now I believe Davey Richards calling for the shooting star press.
And he gets Shingo in position. Davey Richards going to ascend to the top. But actually Shingo
not out of it yet. You can see his hand. His hand is up. He's not ready. And now Davey Richards giving the crowd the business. Oh! Goes up and then comes home with nothing. Shingo picking up Richards. Gut wrench suplex. Spinning him around and then just drops him down. The gut wrench drop. 1, 2. 2 count only as Davey Richards able to kick out.
Wow, and Shingo seems to have Davey Richards well scouted. Now he is up, the spirit is fighting, and now Shingo...
The spirit is burning!
That's right, and now off the ropes comes Shingo. Oh, but met by a foot by Davey Richards.
Oh, he just clobbered Davey Richards. Covered with the legs, 2. 2 count only as Davey Richards is able to kick out.
Unbelievable, Shingo.
Shingo is just... He is mired in frustration and disappointment as he cannot believe Davey Richards kicked out of that. Now Shingo bringing Richards back up to his feet. The crowd firmly behind Shingo, and now Davey Richards fighting out of the Argentina backbreaker. And now, I believe he hit him with a low blow. Rick Knox may not have seen it. In fact, I bet he didn't see it. And now Davey Richards is trying to hook Shingo up for the DR driver. But after the low blow, I'm not sure how much fight Shingo has left in him. Shingo reverses out of it. He gets Davey Richards up. He's got him in a fireman carry. And now Davey Richards rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Was that 2? No, that was only a 2 count. And now Davey Richards. No, that was a 3 count. Rick Knox saying it was a 3 count. And Davey Richards, he's got him in the Panama Canal. And now Shingo actually tapped out. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It was a 3 count, but Davey Richards applying the submission after the bell. Fan favorite Human Tornado taking on my personal favorite Disco Machine and a singles encounter. And Human Tornado a bit frustrated by his treatment by Commissioner Dino Winwood, and Human Tornado after defeating Joey Ryan in that brutal guerrilla warfare match, one of the most intense guerrilla warfare matches we have ever seen here in PWG, and he defeated him, became PWG World Champion. Defeated Kevin Steen in his very first title defense, defeated Joey Ryan in his second title defense, just seconds after defeating Kevin Steen, and Tornado then went on to face former tag team partner in Two Skinny Black Guys, El Generico, after a last-minute change from Commissioner Dino Winwood, last-minute lineup change, and then El Generico went on to defeat Human Tornado. So Tornado a bit frustrated by his treatment from Dino Winwood and the PWG Championship Committee, of course, before I was involved in the Championship Committee. But nonetheless, Tornado actually boycotting the PWG's Album of the Year earlier in the month, where he was scheduled to face Frank Kazarian. Frank Kazarian also a disgruntled employee of Dino Winwood's, and taking his frustrations out on the groin region of Dino Winwood and earning himself a 1-show suspension.
That's right. Remember, Frankie Kazarian challenged me for ownership of PWG.
And you did come away with a victory after Dino Winwood had inadvertently become involved in the match. Well, I don't want to say inadvertently because I'm not Dino Winwood, but either way, it was to your benefit, Disco Machine. Absolutely. And you did come away with a victory over that, and Frankie Kazarian very, very frustrated. You could see right there Human Tornado on his arm bearing the scars of his brutal encounter earlier this year with Joey Ryan. Actually, the first show of the year, and he did come away with the victory over Joey Ryan. But now, after boycotting last month, a non-violent protest of Dino Winwood, is now challenging you to a dance-off, Disco Machine.
No music, but I really don't need music.
The music's always playing in your head.
That's right. I have a running soundtrack in my head that I have at all times, and it's basically kept me out of the very good schools.
What was the last time you were in school?
It was eons ago. Eons.
I don't mean to make you give your age or anything, but Human Tornado was probably not in school the last time you were in school?
Let's put it this way. I'm sure Human Tornado was born after I graduated high school.
Wow, incredible! And now Human Tornado actually asking for the microphone, making sure that this thing is on.
Yes.
But, no, actually, you're in there. You were across the ring from him. And what did he have to say? I'm gonna ask you to tell me what he has to say rather than listening to Human Tornado.
I believe that he is. Not I believe. I was. While I'm here listening.
I'm taking my headphones off, Disco Machine. It's all you.
Okay. Human Tornado says, "I'm not gonna dance with you. I'm not into dancing. I'm not into it. I don't want to be a part of it."
Is this? Do you think this is more of Human Tornado's displeasure with his treatment from PWG? Is this Human Tornado almost protesting, taking it out on the fans, and the fans who love to see Tornado dance? Now that the fans chanting, "You sold out at Tornado." Tornado, who of course is big star in Wrestling Society X, big touring with the ICP.
That's right.
In the Juggalo Championship Wrestling. I couldn't make that up if I tried.
Exactly.
But nonetheless, Disco Machine going for an early pinfall attempt on Tornado. Tornado though kicking out. Both men collar and elbow tie up, locking up in the center of the ring. Disco Machine with the wrist lock. Tornado rolls through. Tornado with the wrist lock of his own. And now Disco Machine, big chop to the chest of Tornado. Now two men engaged in a shoving match, Disco Machine.
That's right. And Tornado, I tell you what, he's been to the mountaintop, and now he has to deal with not being the champion anymore. He finally reached at a very tender age his dream, and now I believe a bit of that frustration has come in because he doesn't know where his career lies at this point. Does he go back for the championship? It took him a long time to get there, but he didn't hold it for long, and I think that was really damaging to the Human Tornado.
To his psyche, indeed. I mean, does he go back for the championship? Does he try to fight for the tag titles? Tornado has a lot of options at his disposal. I mean, it remains to be seen. And you did mention it at a very young age. Tornado, I believe, was 22, 23, and so definitely making him the youngest champion in PWG history. And Tornado is he's got quite a Tornado with the low blow on Disco Machine. Not some unsportsmanlike conduct that we're not used to seeing from Tornado. I mean, Tornado seems to be turning over a brand new leaf, and either way, Disco Machine, you're paying the price for that.
That's right, absolutely, and
that was hard elbows to the midsection. Tornado forcing him to break the headlock. Tornado drops down, then goes up over with the leapfrog, splits down. Disco Machine goes over the top. Drop kick from Tornado. Disco Machine dodging out of the way. Boot to the midsection of Tornado. Disco Machine backing him in. Hammer throw to the ropes. Drop kick takes Tornado off of his feet. Disco Machine sends the Human Tornado to the outside. Candice LeRae, of course, we have not given her much service. We did talk about the beauty and the vivaciousness of. Oh, what is this? Disco Machine, you just drop kicked Candice LeRae!
I didn't mean it!
Son of a bitch!
I didn't mean it!
You son of a bitch!
I didn't mean it!
You son of a bitch!
Hey!
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
Human Tornado pulled her in the way. I mean, I was going after Tornado. I mean, my opponent. And Candice LeRae, and I
you son of a bitch!
How dare you?
Just drop kicking Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae is whether she was pulled in the way or not by Human Tornado, nonetheless, she is paying for her involvement.
Oh!
Disco Machine, what the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't mean it.
What is wrong with you?
Again, the Human Tornado pulled her in the way.
You just dropped a little Human Tornado just backdrop suplex Disco Machine on the ring apron. Not only did you hit the ring apron, you crashed down hard on the floor, believe knocking the back of your head on the floor. And Tornado is in control of this match at great peril and at great expense to Candice LeRae.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I obviously.
You son of a bitch!
It's not intentional. It was not intentional. As most things in my life, they're not intentional.
Disco Machine going to work on Candice LeRae and Human Tornado going to work on Disco Machine. And Disco, I can't believe what I'm saying. I've never seen anything like this before from you, Disco Machine. You should be taking out some frustrations that you may have in the female department. I heard that you you once threw a woman down a flight of stairs for not folding the laundry correctly.
Those accusations were
unfounded.
It's very unfounded and exaggerated. And I'll tell you what, if this were 2003, you might have a case. But this is 2007, and
Human Tornado with those boots to the ribs of the Disco Machine. Now going for those soccer ball kicks, or perhaps he's a long distance place kicker. But nonetheless, Human Tornado really teeing off on Disco Machine, and you are draped across the bottom rope. Now, he just jumped over the top rope and leg dropped you on the ring apron, Disco Machine. Whether you took that move or not, you have to be impressed by the agility of Human Tornado.
I have to say so. Obviously I didn't see the maneuver. I only felt the maneuver.
But now that you see it, it is an impressive maneuver.
Quite impressive. I wish I had those hops. I would definitely be scoring 50 a night.
And if you had some barley, you could make some microbrew.
That's
but not
very true.
Who was that? Was that Taro? He heard microbrew. I think he just kicked in the door of the studio.
He just drunk drove right into our front studio right here. 1, 2, 2 count only.
The Nickel Arcade is no more as Tornado drove his Chevy Corsica through the front door. But Human Tornado with a bit of swagger in his step, and now really laying in the punishment on you, Disco Machine. The pounce, but no, Disco Machine. You had him well scouted. You saw it coming, and you reversed it with an arm drag boot to the midsection. Now dropping him down in the corner, going up to the second rope. Mariposa, and a beautiful butterfly is the Mariposa, and now hooking the leg. 2 count only, says Super Mario, as Disco Machine back in the fight and taking the fight straight to Human Tornado.
That's right, and if I know one thing about Tornado, he loves to go for that pounce, and and that's the advantage of doing commentary. I get to see Human Tornado matches, so I had that well scouted.
Now sending him in pillar to post. Disco Machine with a jumping knee to the corner. Shades of Excalibur.
That's right. I learned from the best.
And now up to the top, a step-up drop kick to the chest of Human Tornado. Human Tornado now in a very bad position as Disco Machine hooks the leg with the cover. 2 count only, says Aaron Hassan. Human Tornado at the mercy of Disco Machine at this point. Hey, Disco, why don't you start beating on Candice LeRae? Big man?
Hey, wait, come on. It's obviously, hey, Davey Richards told me about a story where he was doing something in
back elbow from Human Tornado, and now the Bulldog, with Davey Richards.
Yeah, well, Davey Richards was doing something, and he was trying to pull something with a wrench, and he wound up elbowing somebody in the face, and unfortunately it was a woman, and he had to take that woman to the hospital, and they were like, yeah, right, buddy, you were taking a wrench. See, it was circumstantial evidence. It's like, these things happen. It was a mistake. Excalibur, I don't know how to explain that to you.
You can never explain it enough, but Human Tornado has some explaining to do to the PWG officials as he's putting the choke on you, Disco Machine. Aaron Hassan forcing him to break it up. Disco shucking and jiving a little too much, and it cost you at that moment. And now, the drop kick to the back of the head, and Disco Machine just draped across the bottom turnbuckle. And now Human Tornado, we've seen this before, Disco Machine, and I'm sure you've seen this before, but I'm not sure your wits are about you at this point in the match. After being drop kicked in the back of the head, Human Tornado just cockily walking over to you like he is the cock of the walk. But Human Tornado, distracting Aaron Hassan momentarily, doing the splits and catching you below the belt. 2 count only, says Aaron Hassan, and Human Tornado a bit frustrated at this point, Disco Machine.
No, Excalibur, you were,
I was beating women? Oh no, that was you.
No, why don't you say something about Human Tornado kicking me in the nuts? Why is that any more, why don't you condemn him for that?
It's because, Disco Machine, you're a grown-ass man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Wow.
Now Human Tornado, now with the 3-in-1 applied on Disco Machine, and then driving his knee into right in between your shoulder blades, and again with the knees to the shoulder blades. A very, very inventive submission hold from Human Tornado, not one I've seen him use before, but nonetheless a very effective move, and then that kick to the back just adding insult to injury, and Human Tornado beating you like you were beating Candice LeRae earlier in the match.
Unbelievable.
Now shooting Disco Machine pillar to post. Human Tornado a bit slow to capitalize. A choke slam in the corner from Disco Machine, and now Human Tornado is hooked up in the Exploder. What an exciting Exploder from Mr. Excitement, Disco Machine. 2 count only as Human Tornado able to kick out of the Exploder suplex, and now Disco adjusting your elbow pad. Oh, you've got it. You pulled it out. Not Mr. Sacco. It's Mr. Chokebreaker as you're pulling Human Tornado back into the center of the ring. But Candice LeRae, I'm not sure Candice LeRae is a willing participant as Human Tornado is latched onto her. And Human Tornado pulled Candice LeRae into the ring. Again, pulling Candice LeRae into harm's way. And now Disco Machine going for the German suplex on Human Tornado. German suplex on Candice LeRae. Disco Machine, you are an animal. You are a monster! German suplexing not only Human Tornado, but Candice LeRae. What the hell is wrong with you, Disco Machine?
I didn't even see her!
Sure, that's what Davey Richards said after he beat his wife. Now Human Tornado, Candice LeRae, and Disco Machine all laid out. Disco Machine the first to his feet, and Mr. Choco, oh no, he's actually not Mr. Choco, Disco Machine going up to the top rope. And now, going up top could be the top rope Mariposa, maybe on the crowd actually. You're facing the wrong way to hit Tornado from Mariposa.
That would be quite impressive if I did it from there.
But now Tornado being brought back up to his feet by Candice LeRae. Disco Machine going up the top rope dropkick. No, you what the hell? Son of a bitch! You just dropkick Candice LeRae, and now Human Tornado has just brought his valet. Oh, Human Tornado going low. That nigga dead! Oh. Human Tornado just dropping Disco Machine on the top of his head, hooking the leg. 2, 3, that is it! Human Tornado comes away with a victory at the expense of Candice LeRae and Disco Machine. Food and Beverage, the committee, we will allow violence against women, so you are in the clear, my friend. No fines will be sanctioned.
Thank you, sir.
El Generico, it's true, you've been quite impressive in PWG so far. Former tag team champion, current heavyweight champion of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. You've impressed the fans, you've impressed the locker room, but one person you haven't impressed is me. Your string of impressive performances ends tonight. Christopher Daniels has finally got an opportunity one-on-one to be the PWG heavyweight champion at your expense. El Generico, the only thing you can do tonight, shine up that belt and say your prayers. Because tonight the Fallen Angel walks out of this building PWG champion, and that is the gospel according to the Fallen Angel.
And here we are, Disco Machine, at the final match of the night, and it is the PWG World Title match. And the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, who has been in contention for the PWG World Championship but never actually held it, taking on El Generico, current PWG World Champion, defeating the man who was involved in the last match, Human Tornado, to win the belt. Human Tornado, of course, ending Joey Ryan's 13-month reign as PWG World Champion. He's terrible. And, but nonetheless, Disco Machine, if you're not too busy beating women, could you think you could call this match with me?
See, that's how that stuff starts. You know, now I'll never be able to shake it. And I have never once laid my hand upon a woman in anger. But that's how that starts. And you know, let's just call this match, and let's not dwell on what happened in the previous match.
You're telling me you've never hate fucked someone?
I never said that. but I never use my fist.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Hand never turned me to use
I
my fist.
see. If it's open-handed, it's
That's right.
it's legal. But you know what? The Commission of Food and Beverage, which I am at the head of, we do oversee all aspects of food and beverage and those that consume food and beverages. And so both you and Candice LeRae do fall in that category. So I would say that I will allow both your violence against Candice LeRae and his Candice LeRae. It is not my place to step in. That is a domestic argument, and that is between Candice LeRae, the police, and the attorney and yourself.
You, sir, are an enabler.
I'm not an enabler. I don't want to stick my finger in that pie and get that.
I tell you what, Human Tornado, that's in the past.
Bygones are bygones. We've got a match at hand, and it is, and what a world title match it is. As the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, who looks a little bit like Coco Rojo, taking on, not quite the clown face, but still, the clowns have the triangles above and below their eyes. I'm not sure what that's supposed to signify in a clown, but nonetheless, Christopher Daniels does have something like that on his face. I don't know if it's a tattoo or just a paint job. I didn't get that close of a look, but nonetheless, Christopher Daniels letting himself go a little bit. You've got the facial hair, you've got the 4-day growth. You got the tattoo on his face. Did he do a stint in prison? I wasn't aware.
Well, he might have. He's not been in a PWG ring in quite.
Not in prison, but in TNA. I kid. About them like Candice LeRae, or no, like Human Tornado.
That's it.
But anyway, Christopher Daniels and El Generico locking up, and Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, with the top wrist occupied on El Generico. Generico, PWG World Champion after an impressive outing at Album of the Year just 2 weeks ago, defeating Davey Richards in a hard-fought battle, actually ending the match, or defeating Davey Richards with the Brainbuster on the ring apron. Brutal maneuver I have not seen the likes of before. El Generico, excuse me. I guess I'm going to count the term. Oh, there's this Rick Knox is counting the Generico's 5 count, and Christopher Daniels thinking that Rick Knox is counting just a little too slow for his own good, and so Christopher Daniels maybe upset that he feels that a little more damage could have been done to his arm than should have been allowed.
Well, we're rapidly approaching the 4th anniversary of PWG, and in the early formative years of PWG, Christopher Daniels was vying for the title. I believe he was in a 3-way match for the title
with Frank Kazarian and AJ Styles.
Right.
And he actually challenged when AJ Styles was PWG World Champion. He challenged AJ Styles to a title match, and it ended in a 60-minute time limit draw. Right. So that is Christopher Daniels does have a lot of history with the PWG World Championship, and he is Christopher Daniels, El Generico with a clean break, but Daniels pie-facing Generico, a bit of unsportsmanlike conduct, and this is not the Christopher Daniels we're used to seeing. Christopher Daniels last appeared in PWG at All-Star Weekend 4 in November of 2006, and was a very different Christopher Daniels, actually. The very last time he saw him, he wrestled Colt Cabana in a lighthearted, whimsical affair, but the night before actually wrestled Homicide in a fairly brutal match. Homicide, of course, coming out on top in that match.
That's right.
But nonetheless, Christopher Daniels is, since the last time we saw his smiling face, has now turned that smile upside down into a in case you were following. But El Generico seems to be one step ahead of the Fallen Angel as he's going to work on him. Takes him to the side headlock, though. Daniels goes for the arm drag. Generico puts on the brakes. Daniels goes for the arm drag again. Generico once again with the brakes. Leg lariat takes the Fallen Angel off of his feet. And Christopher Daniels, always a bridesmaid, never a bride when it comes to the PWG World title. And now Generico faking out the Fallen Angel. And the Fallen Angel he's PO'd this machine.
Pissed off to say the least. Now just walking back and actually taking just throwing the chair in.
I was actually saying perturbed ominously.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long way to go for that one. But Christopher Daniels, maybe mad at the chair.
Nonetheless, he is mad at LA Party Rental, who is in charge of our chairs, and I believe he got some bad service for them for a bar mitzvah he was organizing. Fallen Angel, former priest, supervising a bar mitzvah.
Yeah,
go figure.
Yeah, I'm not sure a lot of people picked up on.
We're rangy here.
That's right.
Now, after tripping out El Generico, though rolling out of the way, as Daniels comes in over the top and taken down by Generico twice in a row now. Generico holds on with the arm drag. He's got the arm and the shoulder, the elbow and the shoulder stretched out by Christopher Daniels, putting a lot of pressure on the joints of the Fallen Angel, and Generico keeping the pressure on again on the Fallen Angel. Daniels returns to his feet. Generico takes him down a third time. Daniels back up to his feet. Generico takes him down a fourth time. Daniels cannot escape from this as Generico keeping the pressure on, keeping his grip, and Daniels with the leg scissors though around the head of Generico. Generico springs up to his feet. Another arm drag takes the Fallen Angel down once again. Disco.
Very nicely done, El Generico. On his game, and you have to be the PWG World Champion, and just really taking that arm and hitting the elbow right in the arm right there. But Christopher Daniels getting to his feet, taking El Generico back to the ropes, throws him up and over goes Christopher Daniels, but another arm drag right back into that arm submission right there, and very nicely done.
Now it's a good thing we put the embargo on the arm drag because I think we would be pretty sloshed at this point, and it's all thanks to sometimes commentator Taro, who we felt was drunk enough without having to drink an arm drag, so we put stuff.
Takagi Talwar went into rehab. We have never taken the initiative to put Taro into rehab, and I think it's just because we don't care.
I thought it was because his liver was too far down to do anything about it.
That's what we said. Like it would just be, it's like putting a Band-Aid on. Come on.
Lose it.
Yes.
But nonetheless, Christopher Daniels may wish he had a Band-Aid for his neck and his shoulder, as El Generico keeping the pressure on the left arm of the Fallen Angel. The Fallen Angel being counted for the pinfall by Rick Knox, getting his shoulder up, and Generico though working on. He's got the actually that's the top wrist lock.
I can't see. Yes, it is.
I've been calling something else a top wrist lock the entire show, and that was my mistake. I apologize, fans.
You're just going to be lambasted on the message board around the world for your inadequacies.
Around the world. Now, what is this? A pinning predicament Christopher Daniels is in, and El Generico just keeping the pressure on, and Rick Knox is counting all these pinfall attempts. There's been more pinfall attempts in this match this early on than there has been throughout the entire night and all the other matches combined.
That's right. And now El Generico staying to his game plan, staying on that arm, and Christopher Daniels has not been able to move out of this position. Now getting to his feet, and El Generico cinches it in more and takes him right back down to a knee.
What a game plan by El Generico, working on that arm, the shoulder, and the elbow of Christopher Daniels, preventing Daniels from hitting that Angel's Wing, his finishing maneuver. And it may not prevent him fully, but prevent him from hitting it effectively. Chris Daniels telegraphed it. Generico goes off the ropes, ducks the clothesline, and Daniels throws him up and over the top rope. If this were WCW circa 1989, that would be a disqualification for NWA wrestling.
That's right. Well, you have a lot of control over the rules now. Are you including that?
No, of course not. It would be ridiculous.
That's right. I
mean, do such a thing.
I know we're
Is
defining.
Super Bowl next to El Generico?
I believe he's leaving on quite impressive, someone bringing the Super Bowl. But now,
body slam on the chairs at ringside. Christopher Daniels is El Generico just still stuck on the chairs at ringside. And Christopher Daniels, this is we've said it before, but I have to say it again. A very different Christopher Daniels. He is a lot more sinister, a lot more. Christopher Daniels always focused, always very businesslike in the ring. But a lot more sinister, a lot more want to using some what could be considered illegal tactics in the ring. After throwing a chair into the ring, Rick Knox was throwing that other chair out of the ring as Christopher Daniels hit Generico with the chair on the outside as Rick Knox was distracted. Now slamming Generico, the small of his back first, into the ring apron. Christopher Daniels, you know how you can tell he's sinister? By the facial hair. It's like when Captain Kirk had the evil twin on Star Trek. He had a goatee.
That's it.
So this could be Christopher Daniels' evil twin brother, Christopher Daniels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Think about that one. Stick that in your pocket like somewhere.
And taking, he's not, was it James Vandenberg? He's the sinister minister, if you will.
That's right. And James Vandenberg, I actually heard this story when we were actually up in Alaska before James Vandenberg and Christopher Daniels. James Vandenberg took it upon himself to throw buckets of water out of his hotel room window, which then froze on the sidewalk outside of the hotel. People were slipping on it and hurting themselves. So James Vandenberg, really a sinister fellow.
Yes, and he's very unapproachable and very unlikable, and that proves it. That story proves it all.
Indeed, it says all you need to know.
That's right.
But nonetheless, Christopher Daniels, a very sinister attack on El Generico. Generico clearly the fan favorite here in the match. You can tell by the rousing Olay chants and now the fans getting behind Generico as Daniels just methodically taking apart the PWG World Champion.
And now, big suplex right there by Christopher Daniels, and now the lateral press, 1, 2 count only. Referee Rick Knox counting it. Senior official Rick Knox.
Senior official, not because of his age, but because of his seniority.
That's right. And now bringing El Generico to his feet. Christopher Daniels rocks El Generico with that elbow right there, and now gonna whip El Generico off the ropes.
Daniels goes down, back body drop, didn't telegraph it this time. Either that or Generico was not aware, and you could see Generico clutching the small of his back. And now Christopher Daniels, a very interesting strategy. Just as Generico was preventing Daniels from hitting that Angels Wings later on in the match, or had the potential to prevent it, Generico now may have some difficulty with the brainbuster. You know, I mean, you need to get a good base with your feet. You need to post with your feet, and then use your back or your lower back to hoist your opponent up, and then bring him down. So El Generico maybe. Oh, there we see going for it, but Daniels able to reverse it. Generico again clutching the small of his back. Daniels either saw it coming or damaged Generico's back enough to prevent him from effectively hitting the brainbuster, and now Christopher Daniels just mocking El Generico.
Wow, you know, and Christopher Daniels in control right here. It looks like he may, yes, he's going to dump El Generico out again,
he could be hoping that Rick Knox will turn his back once again. Maybe he'll strike him in the lower back with the chair, just adding more damage to the already injured lower back of El Generico. Generico just laying on the floor, writhing in pain. You know, Generico usually is up on his feet. He's he's playing to the crowd. He's feeding off of their energy. But now the fallen angel has just got the PWG champion against the ropes, figuratively, of course. He was against the steel ring post, literally. And now Generico clutching the small of the back still as the fallen angel throws him back into the ring under the bottom rope, covers, hooks the leg. 2 count only, says Rick Knox. The fallen angel a bit disappointed, but I can't believe that Christopher Daniels thought that he had Generico beat.
Oh yeah, you're not going to beat the world champion that easily. You're going to have to damage him some more.
Actually, think about this, Disco Machine.
Yes.
When you kick out of a pinfall, you are using using your back for that little bit of leverage to kick out. So maybe Daniels was hoping to tax the back of Generico further, and you can see just standing on the lower back, letting go of the ropes to break the 5 count, but then grabbing onto the ropes, pulling up on them to force his body down and to force his boots into the small of the back of El Generico.
Simple but effective. Taking El Generico in the corner.
Puts the brakes on. Daniels eats a back elbow from El Generico. And now Generico goes up and over the top of the sunset flip, rolls him up, 1, 2. 2 count only. Daniels able to kick out. Generico back up to his feet, tucks the clothesline schoolboy. 1, 2. 2 count again, says Rick Knox. Another clothesline. Generico blocks hard right hand. Hands of stone. El Generico. A 3rd shot to the face. And of course I meant hand of stone like a power. But now pulls him down by the mask. More unsportsmanlike conduct from Christopher Daniels. Rick Knox going over to check on the champion. El Generico is in a very bad situation, and Christopher Daniels could be reaching for that brass ring tonight.
Absolutely, and now just stepping on the throat of El Generico, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to, stomp on the throat of El Generico.
Airflow.
That's right.
And now the knee to the back again. Daniels focusing the entirety of his attack on the back of El Generico on Disco Machine. Which would you rather have, a brass ring or 10 pounds of gold?
Wow, I'd say 10 pounds of gold.
But I didn't tell you how big the brass ring was. Backbreaker by Christopher Daniels. Generico, very bad situation here. Rick Knox again with a 2 count, and Generico having to exert himself further by kicking out of that, and now Daniels stretching the neck and the neck and the back of El Generico as he's pulling back, just wrenching back on the head of the champion.
Absolutely, and I'm not really a jewelry, so I don't know.
What if it was big enough to wear it like that? There's like a brass ring that you could slip over your head.
Like a hula?
Yeah.
That would be impressive. 10 pounds of gold.
But would it matter?
Why are you trying to sell me this brass ring?
But would it matter if the 10 pounds of gold were in a lump? Or like, what happened if you had to refine it yourself? Oh! Okay, Redora, backbreaker, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by the Fallen Angel, and the Fallen Angel just soaking in the admiration of the fans. But Christopher Daniels, that doesn't seem to be what he wanted. Now turning his attention to the crowd, almost admonishing them for cheering him.
Wow. And Christopher Daniels, once a huge fan favorite in PWG, has really turned his back on the support of the fans and the support of Southern California, where he grew up, and now taking his frustrations out. Now just, I believe he did train with Kevin Kane.
Where he grew up. He came up.
Well, he really gained notoriety when he was in UPW in Southern California.
You said grew up.
Well, wow. You're just taking
I bought this brass ring.
Yeah.
But now Christopher Daniels
put it on eBay already.
Keeping the attack on El Generico. Generico's hammer throw to the ropes. Goes for the Quebradora backbreaker again. Generico goes up and over the top. Reverse DDT. Drives the Fallen Angel into the mat. And Generico is down for the count. Rick Knox administering the standing 10 count. The Fallen Angel up to his knees before Generico's up to his feet. And now Daniels getting up first, and Generico fighting back up to his feet. Daniels using the ropes, and now Generico up to his feet. Daniels throws the hard shot. Generico, though, connects with three consecutive right hands. A clothesline taking the Fallen Angel down. A second clothesline takes Christopher Daniels down. A third one is ducked by Christopher Daniels. Up and drop kick by the PWG World Champion. The Fallen Angel is now at the mercy of El Generico.
And El Generico not letting Christopher Daniels off the hook, gives him a big chop, now whips him off the ropes.
Daniels puts on the brake, slides under the bottom rope, a step ahead of El Generico. Up and over the top, a twisting tope, taking the Fallen Angel down. But what price did El Generico pay for that? He may have struck his back on the floor. He may have landed awkwardly on a chair. He may have landed on that Super Bowl and bounced and hit the ceiling Disco Machine.
Oh my goodness. I tell you what, I don't think Christopher Daniels ever saw that coming. Tried to get out of dodge, but El Generico up and over. Now both men getting the count on the floor. Now El Generico going to use a chair.
El Generico. El Generico returning the favor, and it's in plain view of PWG senior official Rick Knox. Rick Knox, I guess Rick Knox will allow it. He'll allow this match to continue. I guess he must have known in his heart of hearts that El Generico was struck by a chair earlier in the match. So I guess he's just letting Generico go tit for tat.
That's right.
But El Generico, very very controversial maneuver by the PWG World Champion with the crossbody block, 2 count only as he hooked the leg. But El Generico maybe a bit frustrated with the Fallen Angel, or maybe the sinister side of the Fallen Angel is seeping into the psyche of El Generico.
That's right. And now El Generico again relentless on his attack, and now gonna give him the punches in the corner. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, 7, 9, 4. I'm not really good at Spanish.
You're counting last part of it.
Oh,
But nonetheless,
that's what I mean.
now Disco Machine, I have 7 brass rings to sell you. Generico with the body slam puts the fallen angel down. Now Generico going up to the top rope. And doesn't seem to be slowed down by his back problems. Goes for the Superfly Splash, hits his target. 2 count only though, says Rick Knox. And El Generico, no, gripping the lower back. He may be paying for it now. The Superfly Splash seemed like a good idea at the time, but El Generico didn't score a pinfall victory with it, and really just probably did more damage to his back than something else that he could have done with it.
And El Generico, now we've seen this before. He's going to run up to the ropes going for that DDT. Will he hit it? No, he doesn't.
Oh! Christopher Daniels drops him down and latches him, just draws him into a submission hold. He's got the head and neck of Generico and the arm all locked up. He just drove him face first down like a flatliner almost, and then is now just wrenching on the neck of El Generico. Brilliant strategy by brilliant ring awareness by the fallen angel, and that is why he is like a 15-year veteran of this sport. El Generico, I believe, only a 5-year veteran, and that experience edge really showing itself off.
That was almost a change in the guard right there.
Generico almost dropped his hand a 3rd time, but is not out of this match yet. You can see his legs are kicking. He's trying to get over to the ropes to break it up. Rick Knox forcing the break, but Christopher Daniels just latching on. Did not want to let go of that submission hold.
And Christopher Daniels thought that he had it right there, just telling Rick Knox that he had him and he should have been paying closer attention. Christopher Daniels whipping El Generico up, and now,
Blue Thunder Powerbomb takes him down. 2 count only after the deep cover by the fallen angel. Christopher Daniels incensed. He thought that was 3, especially with the deep cover. And now Christopher Daniels going through the wrestling book in his head, trying to think of what he needs to break out to defeat the champion. He's a bit upset that the crowd is supporting El Generico, but he doesn't seem happy either way. He wasn't happy when they're supporting him, wasn't happy when they're supporting Generico. I think Christopher Daniels and Dave Richards can go and wrestle in an empty building.
That's right. And now El Generico fighting back, but Christopher Daniels also fighting back. It has become a slugfest right in the middle of the ring.
These 2 men just throwing wrestling out the window, trading blows. Generico going for the haymaker. Christopher Daniels hit him with the uppercut, and then almost like a haluva kick in the middle of the ring, taking the fallen angel off of his feet. And Generico, a desperation maneuver, but a well-placed and a well-timed desperation maneuver nonetheless.
And Christopher Daniels just inching his way to the ropes. El Generico still trying to get the fans behind him. They're firmly behind El Generico, the PWG World Champion. Christopher Daniels pulling himself to his feet in the corner. He better watch out because the Yakuza kick.
The haluva kick.
Excuse me.
Haluva kick, please. And now Generico stomping at his feet. Christopher Daniels blocks it, gets a boot up of his own, and Generico staggered by it, goes back, the O'Connor roll, hooks him in, 1, 2 count only. Generico kicks him out, puts up his feet though. Daniels blocks it, goes for the Angel's wings, but there we see Daniels just wincing as the pressure on his arm is too much to get Generico up. Locks him in again. Generico reverses out of an elbow to the side of the head. Generico bouncing off the ropes, springs in, hits him with a swinging DDT, beautiful step-up swinging DDT, and now Generico hooks the leg, covers. 2 count only as Christopher Daniels able to kick out.
Nicely done by El Generico, but he is winded to say the least. Both men just out of it, right in the center of the ring. Who will be the first to their feet?
Christopher Daniels rolling over to the ropes, hoping to draw himself up by the bootstraps, or actually draw himself up by the ropes, as Christopher Daniels at the mercy of El Generico, just contrary to what was happening just seconds ago. Generico with a great series of reversals of fortune for Christopher Daniels, is now Generico in control of the match and looks to be in good position for retaining his PWG World Championship, as he now looks to be setting up Christopher Daniels for the brainbuster on the turnbuckle. He's a bit slow to get up there, perhaps all that work on his lower back is now really coming into play as he's trying to get the Fallen Angel up, but Christopher Daniels hooks the leg, and Generico trying to fight out of it, but Daniels, those shots to the ribs and the bread basket of Generico, or should I say the tortilla basket, and now Daniels, he's got Generico up, and just dumps him down with a body slam off the second rope. A great improvisation by the Fallen Angel. And now Daniels up on the second rope. Generico a bit slow to get up to his feet. Daniels comes off with the top, and now he covers the lateral press, reversing the crossbody block, only getting a 2 count. Christopher Daniels up to his feet, takes him down with a space tornado. Daniels 1, 2 count only. Generico kicking out at 2.98. Christopher Daniels, as shocked as the crowd is, they thought that was it after the STO.
Unbelievable. And that was almost Christopher Daniels' first reign as champion, but he is going to have some more work to do, and he's pointing to the corner. He could be going for the best moonsault ever, possibly getting El Generico in position.
The crowd is chanting BME. I originally thought it was bowel movement experience, but it is not. And now sets him down with the, almost like a Uranage. And now Daniels pointing at the corner, asking for the best moonsault ever, and the fans want to see it. He goes up, second, third, comes up with nothing as Generico rolled out of the way. Body slam by Daniels. Daniels sets him down, goes for the Arabian moonsault. Generico gets his knees up in the midsection of Christopher Daniels. Daniels up in the corner. The Haluva kick just rocked Christopher Daniels.
Knocked El Generico down as well, and this could be the Brainbuster. Yes!
Brainbuster just drives him down and covers.
1, 2, 3.
That is it. El Generico retains the